check. All right.
Please remain standing as Director of Bands Randy Goodnight leads the band in the playing of our national anthem.
Okay, just mute his and leave mine unmuted. I'll leave my mic up for the national anthem.
The Perkins Tryon Midnight Regiment is under the field command of
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this broadcast of Tiger Football Live here on the Hub Network. James Caulfield, joined by Travis Peary tonight, and hey, we are getting things started. You heard the playing of the national anthem by the Perkins Tryon Midnight Regiment. We are fixing to get things underway, and Travis, let's talk a little bit about last week, what we saw last week, and what we expect coming into this week.
If I could draw your attention to the 50-yard.
Well, there's only so much we can say about last week whenever it gets right down to it. The Tigers came out and dominated from the start of the game, and they were able to maintain that momentum all the way through. And most of the for those who saw it, that's the way it came across. I think the coaches reiterated early in the week that they were proud of that effort. But like any other thing, it's time to move on and start looking forward. And you look at the good things on special teams, capitalizing on touchdowns, kicks that are returned, and defensive effort and offensive effort, and you capitalize on the positive things, and you look at the things to improve upon in order to get ready for this week.
So here's the question that we're going to have to answer this week. Was Bristow that bad, or was Cushing that good? And there, with the point spread that there was last week, it's up in the air. Is anyone that we think that it is? I think that Cushing is that good. I don't think that Bristow's that bad of a team. I think Perkins is going to be a little bit better. And they really put it on Tecumseh last week. The question for them is Perkins that good? Is Tecumseh that bad?
Well, and certainly in early season woes, that's what you're looking at is what can we do to be ourselves and go from week to week to week. And you hope to capitalize every week on every opponent getting ready for district play, which eventually bursts into a playoff run. Based on the fact that Bristow was a younger team and Cushing is a much older team, I think the seasoned veterans had their way last week, and of course we came out victorious. When we look into this week, Perkins will be a little bit tougher opponent. They're going to be really probably faster in the back half of the defense. They're going to be a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger up front on the defense, so they could give the offense a little more of a test. But certainly whenever you have a quarterback that can pass, you have wide receivers with speed and strength, when you have a defense and you have a line that can hold the ball on both sides, you just have to ask yourself, are we going to beat ourselves, or are we going to allow our opponents to beat us, or will we go be ourselves?
See some captains moving out there. We've got you turned my list there. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I'm making a mess of everything. You've got for Perkins, you've got number 8, number 71, and I think number 40.
8 is Tanner Dawes. He's going to be the starting quarterback. He's he is a senior this year. Number 71 looks like a big lineman, and Harry Jackson, also a senior. He plays offensive line and defensive line, and the other one was,
I think, 40.
That would be my guess as well, Braxton Lightfoot.
Does he look like a senior?
Wide receiver, linebacker, senior.
Yes, sir. That looks like it there. So those are your captains tonight for Perkins. Sorry, kind of messed up your stance there. Folks, I hope you're joining us. I want to remind everybody that you can watch us 2 different places. You can watch us here on the Hub Network through Facebook. Just look for Cushing Hub Network or Hub Network Cushing on Facebook. You can also go to YouTube. YouTube is your best alternative. It always streams at a higher broadcast. And if you're watching on a TV that is a smart TV, you can just click right on YouTube, pull it up like a channel, and there it is. We encourage you for that to be your first alternative. It's the easiest one to get to and the best quality. All of our woes last week, right now, we're starting off really good. Everything's looking good, streaming good, sounding good. So we're glad you're joining us this week, and look for a nothing but good sailing for the rest of the year, Travis.
Well, that's exactly right. And you know, one of the things we started to touch on it a moment ago, looking into this game and the opponent of Perkins, one of the things we haven't talked about yet, James, is the fact that this is a Highway 33 rivalry. You know, we played Bristow last week, long-time rival, generations and generations. This one's the highway rivalry. This one comes right down the road, and these students and these student athletes not only know each other from just seeing each other around. They're in the same county together. They do a lot of the same activities together. They compete at different levels in different school activities, as well as just knowing each other in a social way and on social media. So both schools, the students this week at Cushing at least, they pay attention to what's going on in Perkins and getting ready for this game. The Tigers are excited to come out and try to make a statement here tonight.
All right, so here comes the Cushing captain's pack. They're singing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 captains. I know one of them is Panda. I can tell that from here.
Yeah, I believe we're going to have Noah Jones. Looks like we've got Berlowitz, Blaze, Brody Todd, still not dressing out in full uniform, but in as a captain with the rest of the captains. Camden Crooks. And the back end, Lane Yount. And I believe that's Matheson.
Yes, sir.
So if my calculations are correct, 7. 4 will approach at midfield. 3 will be in that honorary captain position. They'll shake hands and exchange pleasantries, and then it'll be time to get it going.
Number 64, Brody Todd, he injured himself, I believe, in a preseason, just a scrimmage, right?
I hadn't heard exactly if that was – he had some trouble last year on a foot or ankle situation, and I hadn't heard yet if that was a carryover from that or re-injured or
and he's a difficult miss on that offensive line. You know, you have to move people in that position and play that. He's a big body and a strong kid that I know is missed. So.
Well, and something that Coach Morgan and I visited a little bit about last week was graduating such a small class of seniors and filling in positions. It wasn't just somebody stepping into those positions, but those seniors graduated and guys moved around. And whenever you have what you're trying to build, I think, as a coach is an athletic program that if I need a position here, I got guys who can step in and be moved around to that position. And certainly that's what the Tigers have attempted to and done thus far. And so the same thing with guys who are not just graduated, but those who are injured at the time, other guys can move into those positions and they can be shuffled around and still get the job done.
All right, folks. Did you see who went where, how? Cushing will receive, it says, to start the game. We're going to step away for just a minute. We'll leave the video going for you, and you'll be able to hear the PA announcers. They're welcoming them in, and then we'll be back for the kickoff in just a minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we get ready to go. Cushing, as I said earlier, is going to receive, and Perkins will be kicking off. That means they will be receiving in the second half. I'm sure that means they won the toss and deferred to the second half.
Kicking off for Perkins tonight, number 1, Dylan Davidson. He's listed as a 6 foot, 150-pound junior. And I would say scouting reports say do not kick to number 21.
Yeah, that's exactly right. For those of you who didn't see last week, Camden Crooks, number 21, ran it back. He's not out there right now, but Lane Yount's out there. Camden Crooks ran it out.
I think Ken came up to the mid return.
Is he?
I think so.
It may be. I can't see the number there.
Yount and I think he's in the orange orange shoes.
Gotcha.
Yount and Jones back deep for the Tigers.
So last week, Camden Crooks right off the bat, first play, receives it and runs it back 70-some yards for a touchdown. To start the game, kind of set the tone for the whole game. And so I believe you're right. Perkins might be saying, no, don't kick to him.
Tigers anticipating a tougher opponent this week. Perkins coming off a win against Tecumseh, has some confidence, and they're ready to come out and show anybody and everybody in the state that this is a game that they can and will win. And history proves they are tougher here than they are anywhere else, and we are in Perkins. So get ready for this one, folks.
Don't always see a 4-point stance for a kickoff, but here you go. They are set, 3-point.
Davidson set to kick from his 40. It's a deep kick. Yount goes back into the end zone.
Wow.
No return. And now that he's turned, that was Crooks on the up return. So no need either way. That one went through the back of the end zone.
And we have a wayward balloon heading across the field. Uh-oh. It looks like it might be heading to the field. Yeah, there it is. The official racing to get to it. Let's see if he can get to it before it takes off again. No! It's up and away. And that's going to be a frustration.
Kind of has that whole carnival feel.
Yeah, it
about
does. A bit of an updraft here in the middle of Perkins Tryon Field.
Might not be the best time to go for a high pass. Definitely not a punt, but that's going to be no factor now. Berlowitz getting set. Looks like he draws Perkins off sides. The Tigers are clapping like they did. And the official flag comes down, and I believe the Tigers will get the first penalty of the game in their favor.
Yes, sir. That's an easy first 5 for the Tigers.
Brings the ball up to the 25-yard line.
I got to tell you, I can express to you how happy I am to have Natasha back, our producer, where I can actually be over here helping you. We can actually get a rhythm going again.
You'll notice the Perkins defense in a standing form. That's one of the many looks the Perkins defense will be forcing tonight or trying tonight. They do 2 or 3 different defensive looks. One of them is that standing up position, and they'll switch around where they're coming from. So the linemen have to stay low and be aware of what's right in front of them. That time, a wayward pass gets a little bit away from Berlowitz. We're facing 2nd down and 5.
Looked like maybe a little bit of miscommunication between him and Matheson. One cut in and one threw out.
Berlowitz now quickly over to Crooks. He has a good block over by Brody Berlowitz before being driven out of bounds. Looked like for Perkins, Chase Templin. He'll be a 5'8", 175-pound senior. However, the result of the play is a Tiger. 1st down and 10. Spot the ball at the Tiger 30-yard line. Perkins now showing a down defensive front, 3-man front. Tigers with wideouts, trips to the left. Pass to Yount. Yount's with the reception. He'll be brought down immediately, but not after the gain. On the stop, Dax Edwards, another senior for this Perkins bunch. But not before Yount can make it to the 36-yard line. That gain of about 6 brings up 2nd down and 4. Tigers going to hurry up their offense just a little bit now. Berlowitz looking to the right, fires, finds a man in and out of his hands. And that pass was Brady Matheson's. Just lost a handle on it. So Tigers will face their first 3rd down of the night. Tigers get their play calling from the sidelines. We've got twins left, twins right. Jones alone in the backfield. Berlowitz fakes the handoff, finds Crooks over the middle. He's into the Perkins territory, still on his feet, fighting for more. He's eventually brought down, looked like Hagan Cundiff and Dax Edwards teaming up for that. But not before the damage. Spot the ball at the Demons' 27-yard line, 26-yard line. Tiger 1st down and 10.
How about that? Man. Cushing, once again, just like they did last week, moving the ball. Doing a good job of keeping the drive going. Well, they got backed up a little bit here.
That 5-yard offsides penalty will be assessed against the Tigers. Spot the ball back at the 32. Still in Demon territory and on the march. That's that quick pass to Crooks we've seen work and work and work over and over again. And it's due to several things. And it's 90% of the time the line and the other guys on the team picking up the blocks they need to pick up in order to make that work. Berlowitz now finds Jones with some running room around the outside, and his quickness, he gets down inside the 25.
There was a flag on the play on the other side of the field.
We'll see what this flag is, being on the opposite side of the ball. The Tigers did make it to the 24-yard line.
That's a warning against Cushing's sideline. So I thought that might be what it was when the referee turned around and talked to the sideline. So backing them up a little. That's just a warning. Nothing happens there, but the next time there will be a penalty.
2nd down and 8. Standing defense again. Berlowitz finds, fires, just tipped. Pass intended for Brody Berlowitz, tipped by Brayton Applegate. And James, you have to credit him for reading the eyes of Blaze on that one and just moving with the quarterback, getting his hands up at the last second, because had that been caught, he was wide open, and that would have for sure been a 1st down for the Tigers.
Yeah. Dangerous pass there. Lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Instead, 3rd down and 8. Berlowitz now with 2 wide receivers each side. Jones in the backfield.
Now we're going to call a offsides against Perkins.
So twice now the Demons have lined up in that standing defense, and twice it's caught them just a little off guard trying to get the jump on the Tiger offensive line. So for now we're to 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, just inside the 20-yard line. Screen play, left side, Yount has one man to beat, can't get away from him, but makes his way down near the 15-yard line. On that tackle was Beck Smith.
And that's going to be good enough for a 1st down for the Tigers.
Tigers pick up the 1st down and 10.
So, again, screenplay designed for short yards gain. Does exactly what it's supposed to do. Had one man to beat. Had Beck Smith not been there, it would have been a much bigger gain, possibly a touchdown. But the Tigers now offensive in a groove. They've only had one penalty setback, and now they face first down and 10, ball on the 16-yard line.
You know, last year with Blaze's athleticism and height, I'm surprised we didn't see that more. So it's nice to see that. Oh, no. No. So Blaze was throwing for a go route. Lane Yount was doing a turnout. And,
and another guess I have there, because they did kind of look at each other funny, and it's completely reasonable that, hey, where were you? Well, I misunderstood. However, he had such heat so quick, Blaze might have just been throwing that one away.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I'm getting ready to get sacked, possibly fumble. I mean, well, anything can happen. If you just go ahead and throw where you know nobody is, you're safe. You're playing second down and 10. Ball still at the 16. That might be why the officials are talking, and a penalty flag does come down. Not real sure on this one, James.
So that's second down.
They are. They're going to call intentional grounding. Now, the only issue I have with that, I mean, Yount was there. He just wasn't downfield. But I think the officials saw it maybe the way I described it.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, penalty sets the Tigers back to the 26-yard line.
For high school football, that's an awful, difficult intentional grounding call. And that's just easy that Yount was supposed to be running straight on and didn't. So that's a judgment call on that one. That's difficult, and the officials know more about officiating than I do.
That's why they get together and talk about it.
It is what they say it is, always.
Berlowitz, a little bit of pressure, fires deep. He's got a man open. It's Crooks. Just out of his reach in the corner of the end zone. And Crooks had to turn around for that one, but Berlowitz was under some pressure and throwing on the run, so it wasn't quite the pass he wanted to make. But it does bring up a third down for the Tigers.
9:51 in this first quarter. It'll be third down and 20.
If you're just joining us, we're glad you're with us tonight. We're in Perkins. We're just underway here. As James said, 9:51 first quarter. Tigers with third down. Berlowitz looking downfield. He has Crooks wide open over the middle. And he just lowers his head and bulldozes over. However,
wow.
Cutter Green does make the tackle.
Yes, he does.
Even though it's deep inside.
Credit to Cutter Green, because not everybody can make that tackle.
I believe we're inside the 5, maybe the 4-yard line. We'll see once the stick gets set. Nope, we're going to call it a touchdown. Never saw that signal. Touchdown, Tigers.
That's a touchdown. All right. Swinging gate.
Matheson on to attempt. Tigers now up 6-0. There's the snap, and the extra point's up, and extra point is good.
Tigers on the lead with 9:43, 7-0 in the first quarter. And, man, folks, it's hard for us to see. Just down on that end, we're up in the top of the press box. We can see the other end great. The sun, the way it's coming in, we can't really see the lines on that end of the field. So it'll be difficult for us to see. Actually, you all have a lot greater view of it than we do. Your view is incredible, by the way.
It was so odd on that play, James, because looking down where, Crooks barrels over the would-be defender and the defender brings him down, and as they're getting set for the extra point, I'm thinking they're spotting the ball, and I'm wondering, he's awfully close to the end zone. Well, turns out he was.
So
completely in it.
That play opens up. Crooks staggers off the line and then just drifts into the middle. Nobody drifts with him. They're in the zone. He comes across the middle, wide open. Berlowitz stepping in the pocket, takes the time by stepping in to allow that to develop, sees him, drops it right in there. Crooks does the rest with his speed and athleticism.
It's nice to have the weapons that we have on offense, and in that case, you're exactly right. We've got the quick hot route to Crooks, which is the fast pass. We've got Yount on the outside, and we got other players in other positions we can throw to, including Brody, Berlowitz, and Matheson. However, in that case, you delay Crooks off the line and let him find a seam. Credit the offensive line with giving Blaze the time to let that play develop, because the other guys were taking their guys downfield. The other wideouts were taking their guys downfield, getting them out of the play. Opens up the entire middle of the field. The rest is the Camden Crooks show, his speed and his strength. And now
changing of a football said he didn't like that one. So they're going to swap it out. Another thing that we saw last week, we've seen Noah Jones develop throughout the years. But what we hadn't seen is his confidence in getting away from people. We knew that he could do it. It seems like now he knows he can do it. And he has that mindset of just, I'm going to break tackles, I'm going to get through, I'm going to get the extra yards. And it's fun to see him developing into a top-rate running back here in the state.
As Aiden Spencer gets ready to get set to kick from his own 40-yard line, I just come in on the other side of that and say, I think that's obviously evident in his lack of hesitation. And I think that's what you're alluding to, is you just see that confidence now. When he gets the ball, he's looking at who he can run over or he can run through instead of where he should go. He's just going. Spencer's kick taken around the 20-yard line. The Tigers there quickly, a couple missed tackles. Lets the Demons get up to the 35-yard line. I believe that was Beck Smith, number 5 on the return.
And, arm tackles are just not going to do it. And no matter how much coaches drill that in, I remember my days of playing, even though it was a long time ago, it's just so tempting to throw an arm out there and try to grab somebody, and it hardly ever works the way that it's supposed to. So he breaks up the arm tackles, gets good yardage for Perkins.
Sets him up at the 35-yard line, first down and 10. This is their first possession of the game, 9:37 remaining, opening quarter. Quick pass on the right side. Find some running room out across midfield.
Noah Jones wanting a flag. He's thinking he was held. I'm thinking he was held. The flag is not on him, but it's going to be thrown over here on the sideline for maybe a little unnecessary roughness.
Pass complete on the right side to Quincy Mouton. He makes his way out across midfield, and they're going to call the penalty on the Tigers for just a little bit of a late hit. The first tackler had him right at the out of bounds, and I think it was Crooks or somebody came in and laid a pop on at the end.
Yeah.
It wasn't a blatant, they're not in completely off the field, but it was close enough that he should have let up. So a penalty there puts Perkins down around the Tiger 34-yard line, first down at 10.
As I said, Noah Jones, was being wrapped up there and didn't get it, and he kind of stopped and was looking for it and didn't get it.
Brayton Applegate goes straight ahead for Perkins. He'll get to the 32-yard line, and I believe that was G.W. Burgett on the stop. The quarterback for Perkins, Tanner Dawes, senior, empty backfield, looks to his left, fires. About a 7-yard pass. Penalty flags come from everywhere. Pass is complete to Cutter Green.
I believe that's going to go as Matheson for jumping over him. But better than landing on him. Not sure how this is going to go. They all saw something I did, maybe.
Here's the official with the call. He's going to call unsportsmanlike face mask penalty. That's going to give Perkins another 15 yards. So here you're asking your defense to really step up and build a wall. Do not let Perkins score. Try to hold them to a field goal. That puts the ball at the 14-yard line and a Perkins first down.
Well, our penalties have really moved Perkins downfield.
Dawes rolls out right field, gets pressure in the backfield, throws one up for grabs, has a man. Crooks almost got a hold of that one. He was covering Luke Kazili. And,
that's just one of those where you want to go to the high point of the jump, and he was to his high point and coming back down when the ball got there. Just missed the timing by a little bit. I think he'd have brought that one down and headed the other direction.
I'd say 1 second. 1 second off on that one, and we have Tiger football going the other way. Dawes hands off up the middle. He's stuffed. Maybe a couple yard gain. Applegate carries straight ahead, and it looked like Wyatt Heisler coming from the defensive end position on that tackle.
Boy, did we call his name a lot last week.
Dawes and Applegate in the backfield. Perkins has 3 wide receivers to this home side of the field. And Dawes finds a man over the middle. Touchdown, Perkins. Right in the middle of the field. He was wide open. Pass complete to Cutter Green.
Ace Wright kind of threw his hand up like, was I supposed to take him? I don't know. Was it me? Was it you? And just a little miscommunication on the secondary there for the Tigers. Opens it up, and just like that, Perkins Tryon on the scoreboard.
Dylan Davidson on to attempt the point after. Tigers still up 7-6, 8:09 remaining in the opening quarter of play. Davidson set to kick. The snap and kick. Looks good. Plenty of distance. He's got a leg. Penalty flag on the play. It did look like it was after the play, which could mean it's going to be assessed on the kickoff.
And he's signaling against Cushing. Listen, right now, I believe Cushing has been penalized in this game more than they were the entire game last week.
And a lot of times when you go on the road to a place that is a highway rivalry, you can find yourself in that position quick. The important thing is that the players come reeled back in and realize who they are, what they're here to accomplish, what they can do. And on that drive particularly, a few penalties and a couple miscommunications, you give them 7 points. You're going to look back on that in film, hopefully after a big win. Maybe not. We'll see how the rest of the game goes, but you're going to look back on that in film and say, here's where we correct that and here's where we move forward. What we need to do now is look back on it without the film and correct it moving forward.
The penalty was a personal foul, roughing the kicker, and so that will be assessed on the kickoff.
You know, James, sometimes a couple of those penalties the Tigers were assessed with can just simply be hype. That, we're in the first drive on defense. I'm out there. I'm really ready to pop somebody. Maybe I hit a guy a little late out of bounds. Maybe I accidentally roughed the kick. Little things that are just overplaying the play a little bit.
And if it doesn't get corrected, this is where a coach can lose his mind by halftime. This is the kind of stuff that will drive a coach crazy because that drive was kept alive, no doubt, by penalties coming down the field. All tied up 7-7 with 8 minutes and 9 seconds left in the first quarter. And, Perkins, they don't have very far to kick this one.
No, and with the leg of Davidson, we can, he's already kicked one through the end zone without the penalty. So unless he purposely wants to go short, we'll probably see this one go out the back of the end zone as well.
I think it'd be more difficult for him to go short, to try to keep it short.
Nonetheless, Jones and Yount back deep for the Tigers. Davidson from the Tiger 45-yard line. Does indeed go deep, and it almost field goal.
About a field goal.
Perkins shows us on that drive as well exactly what we kind of talked about pregame a little bit. They are a little bit older. They have seniors in positions, and we anticipate a different game tonight than what we had last week. Of course, coaches will never compare week to week. That's what we get to do. That's what fans get to do. But from this perspective, this is almost what a person would expect. In analyzing and reading the paper, Perkins is going to be a lay-down opponent. They're going to come at you, especially at their place, and they're going to try to hand it to you, especially after a win for them over Tecumseh.
Yeah, I'll remind everybody that our statistician, Bruce Votes Notes, and our halftime show is out this week. He'll be back with us next week, so we don't have our good stats. And I was going to try to keep them and immediately realized I wasn't able to do that and this and that, and I wasn't able to. So we'll be looking forward to having Bruce back next week. Excited about that for his halftime report and Votes Notes.
That looked like an equipment timeout. Perkins in the stand-up defense. Berlowitz back over the middle. Finds a man, Brody Berlowitz, with the reception. Looks about like 8 yards on the gain. Puts the ball at the 28-yard line. Tigers on the move. Call it the 26-yard line.
I'll remind you guys, we have two new additions to the broadcast this year, Jackie Vanderpool and Amaya Grant on the camera. So they are our new camera operators, and they are doing a great job. Really appreciate the effort they're putting in.
And here comes a respot. I thought we were closer to the 28 than the 26. So we're going to be closer to the 28 now. Brings up 2nd down and 2. Jones on the right side finds running room. Makes his way out across near the 40-yard line. And it took several Demons to bring him down. In on the play, number 56, Skylar Mock.
Cushing going with that quick.
Fast offense. Pass on the right side, complete. That's going to be Brady Matheson on the reception.
Flag on the near side here.
Possibly lined up wrong or possibly illegal procedure. Well, illegal procedure would be different. We'll see here what the officials come up with.
No penalty.
Look like they'll go ahead and pick that one up. Tigers make their way with the Matheson catch to the 49-yard line. That gain good for a Tiger. First down and 10.
That first down brought to you by Frontier Bowl, Family Fun Center, 525 East Pine in Cushing. That is frontierbowl.com.
Barlowitz tries the snap count again to draw the Demons off sides. And again, it goes just as planned. Spot the ball at the Demon 46-yard line. Remains first down. 5 yards to go.
He signaled on the Tiger side. I am confused here because.
Now we'll go back to the other one.
Yes.
Spot the ball at the Tiger 44-yard line.
All right.
Remains first down, 15 yards to go. Tigers get their signal. Perkins in a 3-man front. Handoff again right side. Jones finds running room, makes his way back to midfield. I believe that is once again Mock on the stop. Skylar Mock, 5'6", 170-pound senior.
Tigers moving fast. Oh boy, that may still be live. I believe it is. I hear no signal. Now they're going to whistle. A quick pass.
You know, Camden played that like it was just in case just like you're supposed to, just in case it's behind the line of scrimmage or it's a backwards pass, a lateral. Then go ahead and pick it up and play with it until you hear the whistle. And I think a lot of assumptions there for a second. Let the play go on, but we're back now.
For those of you new to football, if he passes it forward from his position, that's a pass, incomplete, dead ball. If he passes it backwards from his position, any direction backwards, that's a lateral, and it is a live ball. That means the defense can also pick it up and take off with it.
So Berlowitz from right around midfield. Noah Jones in the backfield. Trips to the left side. Yount, Crooks, and Brody Berlowitz. Probably Matheson to the far right side. Jones in motion. Berlowitz looks to Jones. Fires downfield. Has Crooks.
Boy.
There will not be a penalty called on that one, even though Camden was wanting one. That was defensive coverage by Dax Edwards.
Hey, let me tell you something. Camden Crooks broke up an interception is what he did. Because who was that?
Dax Edwards.
Dax Edwards was sitting on that. And so, man, going to bring up fourth down for the Tigers.
That fourth down will put the Tigers in a punt situation. Brody Berlowitz back near his own 36-yard line.
Fourth down and 9. Check that.
So the Tigers at 6:54 in the first quarter. Punting away, and Demons back to receive. That's Beck Smith again. He'll let that one go, and the Tigers are down that near the 15-yard line.
Want to remind everybody the Hub Extra Fall magazine is out. Many locations where you can pick that up. You can get it from the stadium, I believe. Now you can get it at Tiger Lily's Floral. They've got them down there. Thank also Broken Arrow Electric. Their branch phone is 918-258-3581. That is Broken Arrow Electrical Supply for all your electrical supply needs. They have a full line of electrical materials supplier to residential, commercial, industrial, and OEM markets. Also, Nafy's Deli and Grill. Mama says it's nearly perfect at Nafy's Deli and Grill.
Perkins hands off straight ahead. They'll be met by Tigers everywhere. Matheson in on the stop. If not, a loss of a yard, will be no gain on the play. That was Applegate again with the carry. Indeed, it'll be a loss of 2 on the play. Brings up a second down and 12.
6 minutes, 19 seconds on the clock in this first quarter. Boy, it seems like this first quarter is just drug out compared to last week's first quarter.
With penalties and drop passes, it's taking some time. Dawes makes the call, has trips to his right. And another penalty flag on the field. That'll go against Perkins.
Yep. It'll be a false start.
That'll back him up 5 more. Spot the ball at the 7-yard line.
I'm not going to lie, Travis. I'm going to be pleasantly relieved when the officials back out of this one and let them play.
Guess we'll call it the 9-yard line.
If both teams don't get this cleaned up, we could be here a long time tonight.
Be a long night. Pass almost attempted over the middle. It was covered up, so Dawes just decides to tuck and try to get out of what he could. Not a bad decision on his part. He had a little lane for about 4 or 5 yards.
I want to welcome one of our new sponsors, Hard Hat Safety and Glove. That's hardhatsafetyandglove.com. For your complete service for personal protective equipment and safety supplies. Safety gear, apparel, work gloves, safety glasses, hard hats, earplugs, respirators, FR, and you can fill in the blank on the rest. Hard Hat, Safety and Glove.
3rd down and 14. Perkins, lots of pressure coming from the Tigers. They get him in the backfield. Brody Berlowitz back there in on the stop. That is a safety for the Tigers.
That safety, we'll say, will be brought to you by Hard Hat Safety and Glove. You can go online to hardhatsafetyandglove.com. You can check out all of their supplies. It says a redesigned online store is coming soon.
So the trick question here is if Hard Hat Safety can bring us a safety, do we have a sponsor with touchdown in the name? Run back.
I'm just telling you. I don't have good timing all the time, but I had good timing that time. And so
the Throttle Up Company.
Yeah, it's
So, as always, we're looking for new sponsors. If your name has anything to do with a positive football play.
Hard Hat Safety for the safety, folks. It can't get any better than that. Also want to talk about a few more of our sponsors. Madeline Davis Funeral Home. Every life has a story. You can visit them at 402 East Broadway Street in Cushing, Oklahoma, or give them a call 918-225-3103. That is Madeline Davis Funeral Home.
Okay, so, James, we talk about our first possession. The Tigers go down and score. We're up 7-0. We get some penalties, and we give away 7 points in the Demons' first possession. Then we stall out and punt. However, the defense kind of came out in force that time as if, okay, we're not going to let this happen again. We get not just a turnover back to us, but that with a 2-point complement. So 9-7, 5:02 remaining first quarter, and Tiger defense looking good there. Now, as an offensive unit, you're thinking –
go.
Let's go out and make this happen now for us. Our defense did their job. Let's go do ours.
Step on the gas all the way to the floor. And, Brody Berlowitz is just his physicality, man. He is gloriously built for a tight end, but also he's a great receiver. He's physical, and no surprise he got the safety on that play. This Cushing team, the physicality of them compared to 2 years ago is nothing short of astonishing. The coaches have done an incredible job getting them to this point. And they put in the hard work, the players, to get this kind of strength. And Camden Crooks.
Davidson with a big leg. We'll get that to the 22. Crooks waits for it to open up, finds a seam. He's met by the Demons right around his own 43-yard line. So Crooks with a 20-something yard return. Tigers will start their 1st down and 10.
Just like you said, Crooks waiting for that to open up, and it did not. But I want to also talk about Oklahoma Community Credit Union. That's OklahomaCommunityCU.com at 405-743-3228. That's Oklahoma Community Credit Union in Payne, Pawnee, Noble, Logan, and Lincoln counties. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
We'll start Tigers from their own 44-yard line. Berlowitz always in the gun. 2 wideouts each side.
Oh, the sun is slipping down, and it is getting delay a game.
Flag stops the play.
Flags on the play. Jacob Horn, the running back for the Tigers, would have been the ball carrier on that play. Instead, the 5-yard penalty will back the Tigers up to the 39-yard line.
The PA announcer confirmed my suspicion that it was the delay of game. Hey, the sun got over there. It's not really down. You can still see it, but it's like somebody turned the shades on out here.
Feeling nice. There's the snap, and Berlowitz way back. Fires way deep.
Oh, that's
He
got
has
to be
Crooks.
a penalty on that one. And Crooks, that's where I'm going to say for Perkins, that's probably a pretty good penalty because Crooks is in stride to take that one all the way home. And that's one of those we don't mind taking that and saving the touchdown.
Well,
Maybe.
Quincy Mooten on the coverage, and you know, Crooks has that ability to run a route, and then when he sees the ball, turn on the jets because, you know, the route running for him can be overthrown, underthrown. I mean, him and Berlowitz have a timing worked out. So definitely Mooten probably, you know, saving a touchdown there, but nonetheless getting the penalty, spots the ball. It's going to be at the Perkins 46-yard line, and a Tiger first down and 10. Again, Tigers on the move, now just across midfield, 4:48 remaining, first quarter.
And I'm not saying their coaches would agree with me, but sometimes some penalties are worth it.
Anytime it saves a touchdown for sure. Here's the handoff up the middle, and that's Horn, the ball carrier. He'll be tackled after a couple yards gain. Several Tigers in there. Panda leading the way, Aiden Spencer leading the way. And number 56 for the Tigers, Cade Ralston leading the way on that offensive line.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Gain of 2 brings up second down and 8. Berlowitz looks to his right, now looks deep. There's another deep ball. This one's going for Brody. He almost pulls it in. And waiting for the signal.
Nope. Says incomplete.
Out of bounds, incomplete. Brody made a really nice effort on that ball as it was just a little out of his reach. He used one hand and then tried to pull it in with the second hand.
Yeah.
And, you know, it looked good from way up here. Down low, I'm sure he had the ground and everything else working in his favor.
The good news is Blaze throws that one where only Brody can get it. The bad news is it was just a little bit too far, a little bit too much arm on that one, and Brody couldn't bring it down. AKL Services, Inc., Oilfield Supplies and Services, 601 Pine Street in Cushing. Give them a call at 918-225-5533. That's AKL Services Incorporated.
Tigers need 7 on this play. Look for something maybe shorter. Berlowitz back to pass, now scrambling to his left. And he'll keep it and find some running room out across the 40 to the 35. He'll try a run over a man. He'll make his way just inside the 35-yard line.
There is some laundry on the field, Travis. All right.
That should be good for a first down unless a penalty goes against the Tigers.
He's talking to the coaches over here on Perkins side. He's walking over. I'm not sure about that. I think he's trying to find if they were going to take it or decline it. I guess, you always got to give them that option, but
Yeah, holding's the call,
yeah.
and that's a spot foul. So 10 yards from the occurrence will put the Tigers back. Gosh, their own 35-yard line. So what would have been inside the Perkins 35-yard line now goes to the Tigers' own 35-yard line. So quite a field position change there. Tigers' yard to gain will be the Perkins 36. So we're going quite a distance here. It brings up third down almost forever. And Berlowitz under center. Again in the same two-man split, both sides. This time Jones back in the backfield. Tigers might try for something short, get in midfield, try to pin Perkins deep, let their defense do the job again. Berlowitz looking downfield. Finds a little bit of trouble, and he'll be sacked. That's going to be
56.
56 again. We've called him a couple of times, Skyler Mock. He's the 5'6", 170-pound senior.
And he just gets enough of Blaze's foot to bring him down and trip him up. Fourth down for the Tigers. They're going to punt it away, I would assume.
Indeed, Brody getting in the punt formation. Perkins back to receive at their own 40-yard line. Brody with a nice punt. It will hit just at the Perkins 43. Bounce inside the 40. Be down around the 38, 36, 37-yard line.
Takes a nice little Cushing hop and roll. Oh, boy. On this side.
Getting more signals that this possibly be against the Tigers as well, which would, in effect, possibly be a repunt. Hey, 3:12 remaining in the first quarter of play. We're still waiting
I want to also thank Clayton's Land Service, LLC, pipeline maintenance, welding, Traco backhoe dozer, dump trucks, haul trucks, right-of-way clearing, weed control mowing, sandblasting and painting, power washing. Clayton's Land Service, LLC, 918-223-5801. Appreciate all of our good sponsors, man. And if you're enjoying the show, make sure you slide into some of them and say, hey, thanks for sponsoring the Hub Network and bringing this broadcast to us free of charge.
Certainly something that, we get excited to be a part of, but to benefit grandparents, relatives, alumni, people from all over the world can tune in and catch their Tigers play on a week-to-week basis, and we're certainly thrilled to be a part of it. Perkins will start from their own 42-yard line, first down and 10. They decline the penalty, and there's the handoff straight ahead. And that's going to be Trey Stevenson, the ball carrier.
I want to also thank Kim's Bookkeeping and Tax Service, 403 North Cleveland Avenue in Cushing at 918-225-1364. Kim's Bookkeeping and Tax Service.
That gain of 4 brings up second down and 6. A handoff again straight ahead. Matheson in on the stop. Also in on the stop for the Tigers, number 62. And this Trey Stevenson coming from the backfield, he is a 6 foot, 245-pound junior, and he's finding some opportunities to make some yards. He gets across midfield, spots the ball at the Tiger 49-yard line, brings up third down and 1.
Folks, we are still looking for our Bank of Cushing Big Tiger play this week, and so we'll let you know when that happens. And then you can check back to the Hub Network Facebook page, and we'll list what that was.
Dawes hands off straight ahead. This time the defense has nothing to do with it. They put him down in the backfield. Met and drop for a loss. G.W. Burgett on the stunt. Be the first man there. Panda gets in on the action, pushes Perkins back into their own territory, spots the ball at the Perkins 48-yard line, and brings up fourth down and 4.
You're exactly right. That stunt paid off for Panda.
So Perkins in a swinging gate style punt formation or offensive formation. Yeah. They can do a number of things out of this, like pass to the left side and get met by several Tigers on defense.
Wow.
Goes nowhere but backwards. Tigers will take over right around the Perkins 40-yard line, first down and 10. Interesting play call. Had it worked, you'd say great play call. In that case, the Tigers snuffed it out and put a stop.
I just want to say there was only 2 Tigers that weren't in on that play.
And they were back to deep to receive.
That's right.
And on this side of the field.
That's exactly right. I want to thank also Cushing Family Practice and Stillwater Medical. Quality care for your whole family. Blair Blankenship, Amber, Reineke, and Calm McCauley. Same-day appointments available. New location, 2340 East Main Street in Cushing.
Tigers ready to go from their own, or from the Perkins 43-yard line. And James, I look for the Tigers to go a little faster pace offense this time. Handoff straight ahead. Jones gets his way near the 40. Look like Mock teaming up with Cundiff on that stop. Indeed, Jones makes his way to the 40. Gain of 3 on the play. Brings up second down and 7.
You know, it just occurred to me that every so often we probably ought to call Panda's name Nicholas Flores. We call him by his nickname all the time, and I'm not sure people really know what his real name is.
I have a story about that in just a moment. Berlowitz back to pass. Looks over the middle. Finds a man. That pass complete. Down the middle of the field, Matheson with the reception.
Brady
makes
Matheson.
his way down near the 20-yard line, called the 22-yard line.
Nice job.
Maybe 23. That game good for a Tiger. First down and 10.
That first down.
We're under a minute, and here goes the Tigers in the fast offense.
Oh, boy.
Pass incomplete on the left side, intended for Crooks.
Hey, that first down was brought to you by Davis Dental Studio. Rebecca Davis, DDS, cosmetic surgery, crowns and bridges, teeth whitening, comprehensive dentistry, implant restorations, and Botox. 918-225-1356. Also, our scoreboard sponsor and one of our anchor sponsors, Davis Dental Studio.
Kyle Durnall on the coverage for the Demons. Nonetheless, Tigers incomplete pass brings up second down 10, trips to the left side. Barlowitz looks right now left, fires. He's got Yount, pass complete. Touchdown, Tigers!
Blaze Berlowitz hit right as he gets that away and still gets away right on the numbers to Yount. Yount does the rest of it, leans in for the touchdown.
Yount ran a nice route on that play, James, and he just found the open seam. Berlowitz finds him, and the rest of the way was cruising right to the end zone. Tigers in the swinging gate formation. Looks like Matheson on to attempt the extra point. Hilligoss to hold. 15-7, 44 seconds remaining in the opening quarter, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. We are 16-7, 44 seconds remaining, first quarter.
That touchdown and point after brought to you by RCB Bank. That's my bank. We find solutions, finance your personnel and business needs with us. Connect with us at rcbbank.com or 855-bank.rb. rcbbank.com. That's my bank.
That's my bank, and we appreciate their sponsorship of the program. Tigers being much more assertive on offense that time, went to that faster pace style, found some open, went back to instead of launching for the open ball down the sideline, went back to the crossing routes over the middle, opened things up, and found the seams. And again, as always so far this year, the line doing a great job holding for Berlowitz.
Get a little ambiance music going on there as we're getting things rolling. Baker Pharmacy and Medical Supply, Susan Going and Doug Baker, 918-225-2200. Cushing's only locally owned pharmacy. That's Baker Pharmacy on 1022 East Cherry Street in Cushing.
Hayden Spencer getting set to kick from his own 40-yard line. Brayton Applegate back deep for the Demons.
I tried to give our producer over here Knuckles for that nice little bit, and she looked at me like I was signaling that something was broke. I'm not sure. In the Netherlands, they know what knuckles are. Maybe.
Be a penalty flags on the play. That's probably going to be offsides. Tigers going to back us up 5 yards. We'll re-kick that one from the 35-yard line. So you're saying they've never seen that before?
Never in the Netherlands. I don't know. I don't know. I went like this, and I think she thought I was going to hit her or something. I don't know what that was.
Anytime anybody does that in my direction, I duck.
I know.
So, underneath tables, chairs. Hey, Tigers getting set to kick again. Aiden Spencer from his own 35. That was a short kick. I'm not sure if that was intentional or just missed. We'll see what Aiden Brink comes back with here. Most all of the Tiger kicks and special team efforts are called efforts.
Yep.
They all have intention and purpose behind them. It's not just a kick it and see what happens. They have purpose. And there's Spencer deep over the right side, far side of the field, taking around the 21-yard line. That'll be Beck Smith.
Oh.
He'll get hammered hard.
Oh.
And that tackle by Matheson, and Matheson does that routinely.
Oh, that blow-up explosion takedown by Matheson brought to you by H&R Block. 401 East Main Street in Cushing. Put our expertise to work for you. When it comes to taxes, Block has your back, and that means getting you every credit and deduction you deserve. That's H&R Block, 401 East Main Street in Cushing, or 225-2343.
Demons will start from their own 33-yard line, first down and 10. And Dawes gets the snap, fires right quick. Dropped pass intended for Quincy Mooten. And that was just in and out of his hands, a little low. He was going down for it, but couldn't quite hang on. Incomplete pass brings up second down.
With 36.6 seconds left in the first quarter.
So Dawes now still shotgun, hands off, straight ahead. This is what worked for them a little bit in the last possession. That is Trey Stevenson, straight ahead, the junior running back. He'll make his way to the 40. That gain brings up second down and 3.
Several yards after contact on that one.
He is tough to get down. He's built for it, and the Tigers will adjust to that as the game continues to go. They did last time. Stevenson had several carries. Tigers are able to keep him just in front of him, keep him, to where they don't get any big plays and then shut down the Perkins passing game. So that's the end of the first quarter of play. We'll have a moment here to visit. If you need to do something quickly, rejoin us in a moment. Tigers up 16-7 here in Perkins. Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here in Perkins this evening, right here live on the Hub Network. You're watching Tiger football, brought to you by several of the sponsors, and we'll continue to name throughout the evening. Perkins on the move, 3rd down and 3. Handoff straight ahead. Stevenson this time finds a seam. Again, hard to get down. GW Burgett in on the stop, and he gets some assistance from John Hilligoss.
GW was along for the ride for a while, and Hilligoss steps in there, and between the two, they are able to finally stop the progress.
Stevenson's one of those you want to get down around the waist or the knees, the ankles, and Perkins makes their way to midfield.
You are not going to be able to tackle him high, for sure.
Dawes going to hand off again inside. Stevenson with the carry.
Just like that, Nick Flores shows us how to wrap up around the ankles and stop everything. Burgett also in on that play.
I was going to tell you about Nick. It was a couple years ago. I believe it was his freshman year. And I was calling a junior high game on the public address system, and I couldn't find him on the roster as Panda. I went out into the audience and asked several of the parents, hey, who is number 74? And they said, Panda. I go, no, I need to know what his name is in the pro. We don't know. He's Panda.
Oh, man.
So I'm not sure if people know him as Nick. There's the pass complete downfield, just out of the reach of Jones. That pass complete to Cutter Green. He'll find his way down inside the Tiger 10-yard line.
Noah Jones was in position.
Yeah, good coverage.
I mean, that is just a great reception on behalf of Cutter Green.
Yeah, and Noah, was in position, just misses the swipe away. Nicely thrown ball by Dawes. Makes its way into Green's hands. Perkins again showing why they are not to be trifled with. They're now down inside the Tiger 10. We'll give them a few more. We'll put it down near the 5.
There is a penalty flag.
Way back, and it looked like unsportsmanlike conduct, roughing the passer possibly. That would be why we went another 5 yards at the end of the play. Possibly. We're now down. Perkins is now down to the 5-yard line. 1st down and 5. 1st down and goal. So Tiger defensive wideouts now playing up closer. Stevenson again in the backfield. Look for something maybe inside. Handoff to him. And there it is. He'll be met hard and driven backwards. Several Tigers in on the play. They saw it like I did.
And, folks, we're going to try to get our phone system connected here to the soundboard at halftime so that at the end of the game we will have our interview with Coach Morgan down on the field. And, Travis, if this does not get cleaned up, it is going to be difficult in the locker room at halftime.
Perkins is going to show right here, and the Tigers have the opportunity to answer back. You cannot get in the end zone. We're going to bring it. Maybe a fake handoff here, pass. No, back to Stevenson over the right side. Fighting his way near goal line. No call, brings up 3rd down.
I'm trying to see. Someone came in there late and maybe it was Matheson, and just shut it down. It may have been Burgett. Somebody came in, and or even Jacob. Is Jacob Kimmel out there?
3rd down and 1. Quick snap. Stevenson caught from behind. He fights his way, and
the Perkins
players believe they're in.
But no signal from the officials. Oh, there's a penalty flag on this side. Illegal shift against Perkins. Remains 3rd down. And that will back them up.
Maybe catching a break there. Tigers really getting caught deep there close to the end zone. However, still going to have to be really stiff right here. 3rd down, 6 to go. Ball on the 6, 3rd and goal. Perkins trying to find the end zone. 16-7 the score, 9:43 here in the second quarter. Stevenson remains at tailback, 2 wideouts both sides. Dawes in that shotgun formation. Back to pass over the middle.
And had a hand on him. Didn't even stop. And
I believe the Tigers prevent
yes, sir.
the touchdown, however, close to the goal line. Pass was complete. Quincy Mooten.
And, contact back here, one other arm tackle attempted, not made. And that makes it close, 4th and goal. Oh, boy, on the 1.
So 4th and 1 on the 1. And full house in the backfield for Dawes. He'll come up, get under center. Quarterback sneak coming. Tigers sniff it out, pushing him back. He does not find the end zone.
Let me tell you something. That stop right there is going to set the tone for the Tigers defense. We're going to have a flag, late flag on the play. And
we can't really say who that's on. Yeah, Tigers came out of the play clean, running to the sidelines. And
the officials are eyeballing the Tigers. Lane Yount throws his hands up.
So Perkins does not find the end zone. The Tigers defense holds like a brick wall.
I want to be
nicely done.
I want to be excited, but that's something right there that there's no sense in jawing like that or whatever it is that caused the penalty. We'll see in just a minute, but I feel certain that's what it was. Yep. And sportsmanlike.
That was against Perkins.
What? Oh, both.
And against Cushing.
Yep. Both teams get excited and upset at the same time, but you got to keep your cool, especially when you do something great like that. That was a great stop by the Tigers. I'll tell you, that stop right there brought to you by Tiger Lilies Floral Design. Beautiful blooms for every occasion. 102 East Broadway in Cushing. You can give them a call at 918-223-1868. Tiger Lilies Floral Designs, another one of our fine sponsors here on the Hub Network.
Tigers starting from their own 1-yard line. Look for Berlowitz to take the snap in the end zone. He's got split wide receivers, both sides. As the officials get things set, Tigers will go to an unfamiliar, fully stacked look. Berlowitz comes up under center this time. Penalty flags on the play. So the play that Perkins just, runs and cannot get the touchdown on, Cushing tries to run out of that deep, set situation and false start. So we'll be on the half-yard line.
Half the distance makes it 1st down and 10.5.
We'll try it again. 9:03 remaining, second quarter. There's the snap. Berlowitz straight ahead. Pyle still moving.
I know you're trying to get some distance.
I
know you're trying to get a little room and a little safety, but, man, that's not much room.
Gain of a couple on the play. And Yount comes back in. Matheson in a blocking position at fullback. False start again.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. Either both these teams got really, really sloppy, or we have an officiating crew that is very, very technical on every call, because there have been a lot.
There's the snap. Jones gets the handoff, fighting his way, still on his feet. It takes, 7 Demons to take him down, not before he makes his way out to the 3-yard line. Yeah, we'll spot the ball at the 3, and that will bring up 3rd down and 7.
Yeah.
And the Tigers will look for a 1st down here, or at least some room, so they don't have to punt from deep in their own end zone.
Press box is calling it 3rd down and 8. Whew. A long way when you're in your own end zone.
There's the snap. Berlowitz back, fires deep. He's got Crooks, and Crooks can't bring it in. On the coverage for Perkins, Dax Edwards again. And Crooks was there. The ball was just out of his reach.
Crooks waited just a little bit to make his move to the outside and just didn't quite get there in time. Off his hands, and here we go.
So the Tigers will punt now. This will be their third punt of the evening, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in the just under 8-minute mark here in the second quarter of the first half. 16-7, Tigers have a lead. Berlowitz, Brody in his own end zone. There's a snap and punt. Big end-over-end punt. Beck Smith there to take it at the 42-yard line. He'll bring it to the near side of the field. Tigers there. And eventually brought down on the coverage for the Tigers, Wyatt Heisler. Looked like Hornan made his way downfield as well.
Yes, sir.
So Perkins will take over. They play in the field position game right now. They're in the Tigers' end at the 33-yard line. First down and 10.
You know, Travis, we carried an awful lot of equipment up here tonight, but I kind of wish we'd have brought up 2 more pieces of equipment in the way of stools to sit on. Maybe 3. Natasha said she'd like to have one too. Yeah, exactly. Oh,
Perkins almost loses a handle.
That's
Matheson
right.
comes in to clean it up and make sure.
Miscommunication there. The quarterback turns left, the running back comes right, or here turns right, and the running back comes left, and
Dawes gets up, loss of 3 on the play, says my fault, my fault. Spots the ball at the 36-yard line. That brings up second down and 14. Call it 13. Approaching the 7-minute mark. Stevenson in the backfield. Dawes heads to his right, has Stevenson out as a blocker. There's a pass.
that one just dropped. Hit him right in the numbers.
In and out.
Bounced it right off.
Believe that was Jacob Kimmel on the coverage.
It was.
And the incomplete pass brings up third down. So if the Tigers can make a quick 3 and out, forcing Perkins to punt back, you got plenty of time for our offense to score. I mean, 7 minutes, we scored 3 times. But we have to correct some of those mistakes being made. Here's a demon pass way downfield. Dawes has a man. Looked like Kimmel just lost Mouton on the deep route.
Tigers lucky on that one that it was overthrown because he was all clear as Jacob got tangled up a little bit in his own feet and went down.
Yeah, I was going to say Kimmel lost his footing and Mouton had just gotten away from him. So, nonetheless, the incomplete pass brings up fourth down, and that is Davidson again back on the field to punt this time.
Good 3 and out for the Tigers.
Davidson staying directly at midfield, the snap and the kick. High, end over end. Crooks there. He'll take it. Heads to his right side. Several demons there in on the play. And bringing him down is number 40.
And
that's Braxton Lightfoot.
Bringing him down and helping him back up.
Showing some sportsmanship on the field. We're settled in now. Just under 7 minutes. Tigers leading 16-7. Just got the ball back. Spotted at their own 18-yard line. First down and 10.
Folks, we also want to thank Palmer Mahler Funeral Home for their sponsorship of the Hub Network. Cushing Lumber Company, established 1945, serving the community for 70 years with name brands you trust. 918-225-1713 or 924 East Main Street in Cushing. Cushing Lumber Company.
Crooks on the reverse, finds room around the left side. He's got some blockers. However, Demon's kind of there to meet that one as he makes his way back to the original line of scrimmage. In on the play, Braxton Lightfoot again.
Lightfoot closed the gap there, got off his block, and shut that one down.
No gain brings up second down 10. Look for the Tigers to, once they get a play, go into a hurry-up offense. I mean, once they get a considerable gain, watch for them to go into a hurry-up offense. Matheson and Bertowitz out to the near side. Crooks and Yount on the far side. And Blaze
scrambles out, gets out of a very difficult, nearly sacked twice.
Well, the line did a good job of not getting him sacked, but he just couldn't find anywhere to go. The sideline worked against him. He finally makes his way over. A 5-yard loss on the play brings up third down. So for a few possessions now, at least 3 times the Tigers have punted, and looking at staring a 3rd and 15 here. We're approaching the 5.5-minute mark in the opening half. Blaze takes a snap, looks downfield, fires. There's Brody Berlowitz across the middle, makes a man miss. Makes his way near the 27-yard line. It'll be close to a first down. Don't have a signal yet. Looks like it's going to be a 4th down. Tigers getting on the ball like they're going to go here. 4th down and maybe 1 yard to go.
See if they can draw them off.
Still have timeouts in the pocket if they need them. Offense looks over to the sideline. They will take that timeout.
With that timeout, we'll thank Gids Domain. Breakfast is ready Monday through Saturday at Gids Domain. All your daylight donuts. Don't forget about those sausage rolls. They got the cheese and the jalapeno as well. It is delicious.
Hey, I don't forget because they stick with me, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, man. They brought some by the other day to church, and, man, I didn't let anybody else have any.
Oh, no, they're good. They're good.
I took care of those myself. Sorry, Colin, if you're listening. Pipeline Urgent Care, Stillwater Medical, walk-ins welcome, on-site lab and x-ray. 102 East Cherry Street in Cushing. Devin Elliott, Molly Tanner, Sarah Laird, and Ashley Tucker there to serve you. Pipeline Urgent Care, Stillwater Medical. One more here, jobs.corecivic.com. That's a site you can go to join their heroes. Now hiring detention officers at the Cimarron Correctional Facility in Cushing. Just go to jobs.corecivic.com.
Tigers break the huddle, decide to go punt. So they're in punt formation now. Beck Smith back deep for the Demons. And Brody Berlowitz back to punt. Still getting some special team signals from Coach Moore. We'll bring stalwart, looks like Ace Wright. And there's Berlowitz punt, kind of spiraling, lands around the 47, bounces Tigers' way to the 39, and that's where the Demons will take over, 1st down and 10.
That punt brought to you by SPI, Submersible Pumps Incorporated. One at 1800 South Little Street in Cushing. You can give them a call at their office at 918-285-0082. Providing solutions through superior service. That's SPI, Submersible Pumps Incorporated.
We're just under 5 minutes here in the opening half. Tigers up 16-7. Perkins starting from their own 39-yard line. 1st down and 10. Tiger defense wanting to prove some more that they belong on this side of the field. Put a hold pass, Dawes pass on the right side. There for the stop is Yount. Pass complete to Mooten. Yes, Quincy Mooten. And a penalty flag on the field.
I'm going to start bringing sponsors to the penalty flags here. That penalty flag brought to you by. Hey, I want to tell you again, watch out for the Blue Skybank Big Tiger play. Still yet to happen, but with that play, brings Blue Sky Bank adding money to the athletic department there in Cushing. So appreciate Blue Sky Bank and their Big Tiger play.
Personal foul is going to spot the ball against the Tigers. Going to spot the ball at the Tiger 42-yard line, maybe 41. Brings up 1st down and 10. Perkins on the hunt again. Handoff straight ahead. And this time, Braxton Applegate finds a little running room and eventually in on the play, G.W. Burgett.
Yep.
Also Hilligoss in on the play. Perkins makes their way to the 32-yard line, brings up 2nd down and 1. Handoff again straight ahead, Applegate. He's met right before he gets to the line of scrimmage at the bottom of that pile. Looks like Burgett coming up again with the stop. And Hilligoss came in at the end of the play to make sure he didn't get away. So, again, teaming up twice now. The first one was for a gain. This one for a loss. Backs it up about half a yard. Brings up 3rd down, 1.5 yards. Dawes able to draw the Tigers off sides. Penalty flags down.
I kind of wish now I'd started counting penalties.
It may not be too late. Hey, and, you from a Perkins standpoint, that's what you want. Get the Tigers really anticipating and then draw them off sides because they really want to put a stop on here. This time, Dawes fires left side, in and out of the hands. That's intended for Green. Looked like Crooks maybe coming in on the coverage. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Side run, outside pass. We haven't seen him do anything major big downfield as of yet. Knock on wood. Dawes back to pass and looking downfield and pressure in the backfield. Penalty flag on the play. There's the pass. He gets it away. Nobody in the area.
Perkins. It's in that general vicinity. We haven't had the official call yet.
Well, we have a flag here and at the line of scrimmage and a flag back here in the backfield. So we'll let the officials again confer, decide who gets to call what. Certainly a holding back here at the 34 would be preferable. Ineligible man downfield, maybe?
Sir. That's declined.
Yes, the holding penalty from the 34 will be taken. That'll spot the ball at the Tiger 44-yard line. It will remain second down.
Yeah, and to be clear, it was an ineligible man downfield that was declined in favor of the holding call.
Spot the ball near the Tiger 42-yard line. Perkins has second down. And a long ways to go. They got to get to the 18. There's the snap. Dawes back to pass. Middle screen. Finds a man. He's got blockers. There's Crooks to bring it up. Ball comes loose. Hilligoss on the ball. Officials have not signaled yet. The Tigers have.
Camden Crooks stripped that away, and from here, he was not on the ground. There's no knee on the ground, everything, and they are signaling Tiger ball.
It is. Recovered by Hilligoss. Stripped by Crooks. Tiger.
Hey, that may be our Blue Sky Bank big play of the game. As a man, that is a difference maker right there. And both of them were right in the play. Heads up, strips it. Hilligoss jumps on it immediately. Turnover for the Tigers. That is a Blue Sky Bank big Tiger play right there.
And I believe because that is becoming that label, we're going to see it turn into a 7-point for the Tigers on the other end. Here's Berlowitz going to work. There's the snap. He's looking downfield. And he's caught in the backfield. That's going to be a tackle by Applegate in the backfield. Perkins was bringing just about everybody they had on that play. Tigers were going deep. So a play like that takes time to develop. Just one too many men to block. Our penalty flag in the play.
And there's a flag.
Looks like it'll be another penalty against the Tigers. It's going to spot the ball back at the Tiger 25-yard line. I believe it'll remain first down. Tigers have to get to the 48. 23 yards to go.
Was that Hilligoss that recovered that?
Hilligoss, yes, sir. Second down, 23 to go. Ball at the Tiger 25-yard line. We are at 3 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in our opening half. Tigers up 16-7. Tigers trying to put together something here after a big-time play by Crooks and Hilligoss. The defense has been putting some stops together, just trying to get the Tiger offense to translate those into points. Referee starts the clock. Berlowitz back to pass, looks downfield. He's flushed from the pocket. He'll keep it, tuck it, run it, and get out of bounds. And there are penalty flags on that. That was a pretty late hit. Berlowitz comes back out of that unaffected. He made his way near the 30-yard line. That penalty ought to help get it back closer to a manageable second down. And here come the officials. Will talk about this again. As one man had him kind of already out of bounds, another man comes in to clear it. Very similar to what happened right in front of us again earlier, except then it was against the Tigers. So,
and folks, once again, at halftime, we will do a reset on everything. So if you're watching it and you see us go away, just check back in a few minutes. It will be right back on there as we reset everything and get a clean connection for the second half.
Personal foul will spot the ball at the Tiger 45-yard line. And 3:09 remaining in the opening half. Tigers up 16-7. Trying to put some sort of drive together. 4 yards for first down. Call it 3. Barlowitz with Jones in the backfield. 3 wide outs to the far side. Matheson to the near side. Hand off, right up the middle. Jones, the running back. He's got a couple guys right there. He might have got a yard or two. Couple big linemen there for the Tigers, clearing the way. Gain of a couple. Lonnie Schuler and others. Ball for the fake it all. And Berlowitz makes his way horizontally instead of vertically. He'll be stopped at the 45-yard line. Loss of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th down and 3 to go. Tigers again, we're hitting the 2-minute mark. They've maintained the possession during this. So while there hasn't been a lot of yards, there's been enough back and forth. The Tigers still have the ball under 2 minutes in the opening half. Here's Berlowitz back to pass. He gets Crooks on the screen, finds some running room. He's got the first down and then some. Makes his way out to the Demon 46-yard line. That ain't good for a Tiger. First down and 10.
That first down brought to you by Calamity Jane's Smokehouse and Barbecue. New kids menu and fried slides, smoked fresh daily, homemade slides, and a full-service bar. That's Calamity Jane's Smokehouse and Barbecue. Travis, one of the best steaks in the state on Friday and Saturday night. They have a filet that, make you slap your mama.
That's some kind of filet.
Well, maybe not that good. I don't know how good that is, but I'm telling you, it's good. So they actually are wood-fired steaks on Friday and Saturday nights at Calamity Jane Smokehouse. You can find them. They're in Cushing. They have lunch Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 2. Dinner Tuesday through Saturday, 5 to 9. And, of course, the wood-fired grilled steaks on Saturday, Friday, and Saturday nights. Calamity Jane's Barbecue, right down from the middle school. Appreciate all of our fine sponsors and what that means to our community. Also, we'll talk about Central Rural Electric Cooperative, empowering members and communities. That's Central Electric Cooperative, www.mycentral.coop.
Talk a little bit of strategy here as the Tigers tried to go into their hurry-up offense. Perkins took a timeout. So reset with 1st and 10 at the Perkins 46-yard line. 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining in the opening half. Berlowitz scrambles to his right. He has a man. It's Crooks. It's tipped. Oh, just outside of his reach. Credit Green on that one. Cutter Green getting in and just putting a hand on that so that Crooks couldn't get it. Crooks was behind him. But Green was able to get enough on it to keep it out of his reach.
A few things about that play, Travis. First and foremost, the fact that Blaze is scrambling over here and throwing across his body like that, getting it there, and the fact that Crooks almost caught it twice.
That's right.
So, and the nice tip. What, you say Green?
Yeah, Cutter Green. Yeah.
Cutter Green.
So Berlowitz now tries 122, opening half. Back, fires, has a man, Yount just out of his reach. Incomplete pass brings up 3rd down and 10.
Jan goes up for it, just can't bring it down.
Tiger offense kind of stalling out here in the latter part of this first half. Started the game opening up with 7-0. Defense pulled out a safety. That got us 9. And another touchdown by the offense got us to 16. Perkins has had 1 touchdown. We're at 16-7. Tigers trying to score something here with 1:17 remaining in the opening half. 3rd down and 10. Berlowitz with 2 wideouts each side. Jones in motion. Berlowitz with a pump fake. There he finds Matheson. Makes a man miss. Out to the 35. Inside to the 33.
The good news is that's good enough for a Tiger. First down.
Luke Kazil on the stop.
Matheson's first down brought to you by Pro Events.
Matheson and Crooks to the near side. Jones in the backfield. Pass right side. Crooks has running room and a block downfield. Makes his way down to the 19-yard line. And look for...
Crooks is slow to get up.
And so is...
Yeah, that was a rough collision. I'm not going to lie. I think their legs collided.
That was Dax Edwards. Treating it like a cramp.
Yeah, I think he got a knee in the middle of his thigh, and sure enough, That looks just like a cramp. At any rate, that first down is brought to you by Coop's Fast Lube and Tire, 803 East Main Street in Cushing. Coop's Fast Lube and Tire for all your oil change and tire needs. Man, he's still struggling to get up there and having a tough time. Man, I remember those days. Drink some pickle juice and rub some mustard on it. Also, Mills Construction. Let us do the dirty work for you. Brush clearing, pond construction, and cleaning, roads and driveways, building pads, and more. For your gravel, sand, topsoil, fill dirt, and clay needs, call us for a free quote at 918-225-1833. That's Mills Construction and Welding, or you can visit them at www.millsconst.com. mills.const.com. Mikasa New Casa. Visit our new location, 2102 East Main Street in Cushing. That's Mikasa Mexican restaurant. And they are delicious. My casa likes to go to Mikasa and fill up.
Perkins defense is on the field ready to go. Tigers coming back out. Ball spot at the Perkins 18-yard line. 47 seconds remaining. Tigers trying to put something together right before halftime. 16-7. And on the march, credit Brady Matheson with some good downfield blocking to get him here as Crooks made that last catch and made his way to the 18. There's the snap. Looking at Crooks' left side, not this time Brody Berlowitz. Good read by Applegate as the fake looked like it was going Crooks' way again. Similar play other side, but Applegate stayed with the eyes of the quarterback and saw that Brody Berlowitz was coming across the middle, and he was there to knock it down. So,
as you alluded to, that's a well-disciplined play by a linebacker right there to sit and watch the quarterback.
Especially with offensive weapons like the Tigers have. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Berlowitz under some pressure. He'll tuck it and go himself. He'll make his way down inside the 10, call it the 9-yard line before taking out of bounds. Clock stops. And the Tigers will get close to a first down and 10.
Reminding everybody he's no slouch as a running back himself. Not afraid to drop a shoulder and get the extra yards. Third down and...
Looks like one. Tigers on the ball trying to go hurry up. Crooks in motion, handoff straight ahead. Noah Jones. He finds his way straight ahead near the end zone. Penalty flags come in.
From the line judge on this side. A flag anyway.
Looks like it's going to be signaled against the Demons.
I'm actually starting to hear some fans chirp in.
Yep, that is signaled against the Tigers.
Shift by the Tigers. Man didn't get set. I'm certain the official is explaining it to Blaze. They did not get set. He's got to get set. And I'm starting to hear some fans say, let him play.
Yeah.
Let him play.
Going to drag 30 seconds into 30 minutes. However, as long as the Tigers can turn a touchdown into it, I'm fine. Brings up third down and 5, maybe 6. And the officials are not quite ready for this one. They're going to discuss it again. Hey, we mentioned 30 seconds remaining. Tigers trying to turn 7 more into this one, 16-7. The score right now, it looks like Beck Smith will have to come up. No, he's coming up to cover closer. Okay, so.
At halftime, folks, we will probably show you the halftime show as this play is underway. To Noah Jones again.
Noah stays up for the extra little push. She gets close to the first down, just inside the 10. Timeout on the field. This will be a timeout Tigers, I believe.
If that's not a first down, I feel certain the Tigers will be going for it here on the 4th. Let's see where they've got it marked.
Hey, not that you and I would be in any position to call the coaching plays, but you got to think that we're in the field goal range.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Matheson can make that field goal. You've got a running game that could definitely gain a yard. You can go to the corner of the end zone. You've got lots of options. But I'm with you. I think 16-7. You go ahead and try to make a statement with 16 seconds remaining. You try to go up 23-7 at halftime and let a home team that thus far is not laying down know that we're here to make sure that we're going away with a victory.
The heat's not a factor tonight either. I know it's a little hot, but it's sure a nice evening. Not like it could be this time of year, so that is definitely not a factor for the Tigers. And we have a water line spraying over there on the golf course, looks like. some kids playing in the water. There you go. They're glad they turned the sprinklers on. I want to mention also Crossroads Wellness Center, 115 North Harrison Street in Cushing. Laser hair removal, collagen stimulation, treatment of vascular incision and veins, body sculpting. That's Crossroads Wellness Center.
Tigers trips left, Twins to the right side. Everybody's a wide out. Berlowitz in the shotgun, going for it, 4th down and 1. Berlowitz going to keep, makes his way up the middle, fights for it.
Oh,
Touchdown, Tigers.
Touchdown,
There's the signal. Berlowitz in from the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown, Blaze Berlowitz says, I will take this one myself. And that's, listen, getting that 7 points is what you're going to need against a tough team like Perkins. They can definitely come back out and sting you in the second half. So you're going to need all the points that you can get before this one is over.
Well, I'm not going to fool anybody. Nobody's going to be fooled. I mean, certainly the Perkins is not going to go into the locker room and go, oh, darn, we gave it our best shot. They're going to go in and re-strategize and try. But That's the statement the Tigers wanted to make right before halftime, and the Tigers are going to do the same thing, right, James?
That's right.
They're going to go in and say, look at what we did. We need to do better in the second half. Matheson puts the exclamation point on 23-7. 9 seconds remaining in the opening half.
Folks, for halftime, we won't have the Votes Note show, but we will show you what's on the field. So as the band comes out, we'll let that roll and let you follow all of their action as we step away and take a break for a few minutes. And you enjoy the halftime show here on the Hub Network.
Now, for anybody joining us a little bit late, James, did you mention we will do a reboot quickly? Before or during any of that, or are we just going to stay with it?
If we do it, they will just see a slight interruption. So I think we're good right now, and anything changes, it'll be a quick reboot. But for right now, we're clear. They can watch the halftime show.
Good.
And should stay connected.
Well, I don't want anybody to misinterpret what we're trying to do, because one of two things is going to happen. It's going to be a real pleasure to watch the Tigers come out and put on a second-half show, or it's going to be a really close game, and you won't want to go anywhere. And I wanted to mention something about that. 2 years ago, we came to Perkins. Blaze was quarterback by then, and this senior team had to play in the fourth quarter to win. It was a close game here. Last year, the Tigers were able to win at home, but it was not a walk-away. There was nothing like a 30 or 40-point lead. 4 years ago, we played here in a mud bowl, and the Tigers lost. So, I mean, you got to look at, history of things, and Perkins always plays tough. They play even tougher at home. 23-7 lead with 9 seconds remaining in the opening half. Nothing to get too overly confident about. Tigers will need to make some adjustments at halftime.
It was so wet in the mud bowl that the turf actually had water setting underneath it. It was bubbled up throughout the field.
Yep, the players were in their road white just like they are tonight, and I'm not sure if they washed them or bought new uniforms. It was so muddy that night. Yeah. That's just a part of the history of this Highway 33 rivalry. Aiden Spencer to kick, high, end over end, goes a little short on the bounce. Taken at the 18-yard line. Applegate finds some room around the left near side. Eventually taken out of bounds. And it looked like Hilligoss was in pursuit, eventually taken down by Carl Peterson, and Noah Jones there to assist as well. So, and Carl Peterson in on that special teams play, he's extremely, extremely fast.
Yes, he is.
We've seen him in some previous years in running positions, and he is quick. Nonetheless, runs about 7 seconds off the clock, brings us to 2 seconds left. Perkins will have the opportunity for one play from the line of scrimmage. Backers for the Tigers already looking like they're not going to let anything behind them. Should be routine unless Perkins just takes a knee. It becomes even more routine, and we go into halftime. Dawes and Stevenson. And Dawes will take the snap. 3 wideouts to the right side. Dawes back to pass. Looks downfield from behind. Matheson almost gets to him. The pass goes out of bounds. No flags on the play. And that's the end of the opening half. Your Tigers 23, Perkins 7. You're listening and watching the Tigers live on Hub Network.
Thunder Field Commando. Matthews and Abraham Ruiz. Additional staff include Marty Ortega, Josh Blackston, Justin Paul, and Caleb Gamble. The Midnight Regiment's show is entitled Orpheus in the World. Drum Major Sidney Hill, is your band ready? Perkins Tryon Public Schools is proud to present the Midnight Regiment for halftime performance. The Perkins Tryon Midnight Regiment's gold sponsor of the game is Hometown Car Wash. Thank you for your support. The Midnight Regiment would also like to thank Principals Brandon Poteet and Bruce Williams, Superintendent Joe McElroy, the Perkins Tryon School Board, and the Perkins Tryon High School faculty and staff for their support of the Midnight Regiment.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Perkins, Oklahoma, where tonight your Tigers are up at halftime 23-7. And James, what do you think the first half so far?
I love it. I love it. It's the competition that we thought we were going to see from Perkins. It's all that you expect from this 33 rivalry. And as you said at the beginning, it has become the better rivalry with Cushing. And the Bristol rivalry has the age and the traditions, but this is definitely a tough rivalry year after year. And Perkins, I believe, ranked number 6, is not making it easy for the Tigers tonight. And I know 23-7 looks great, but a good team like Perkins can turn that around in just seconds.
Well, they showed us in the first half they have the ability to stop us on offense and have us get stagnant. All they're going to do is go in the locker room at halftime and, I suppose, talk about how they can transition those stops on defense into positive points on offense. Alternatively, the Tigers, I'm guessing, went in at halftime and basically had a talk of let's stop shooting ourselves in the foot, stick to our game plan. We have control of this 23-7. Let's go play 24 more all guts. And let's put this one behind us because, as you said, this is the type of competition you want, especially in a non-conference schedule.
Yeah.
Getting ready to go into non-district schedule, getting ready to go into district play.
As much as I've enjoyed joking around and saying this penalty brought to you by, folks, it's no fun. It drags the game out. So I'm hoping the officials maybe even had a confrontation and said, hey, we let them know we're there. Let's only call the big ones now. Maybe, please.
There's always the hope.
Please.
Aiden Spencer getting set to kick from zone 40. Again, you're watching Tiger Football live right here on the Hub Network. We're getting ready to kick off the second half of play. And it's a short end-over-end kick taken at the 25-yard line. Looks like Beck Smith. He gets by one tackler and two. Eventually makes his way out to the 41-yard line. And a couple Tigers there. Wyatt Heisler and Brock Bales in on the stop.
We didn't get the phone connected at halftime, but we will work on that throughout the next 2 quarters so we can get that interview from Coach Morgan.
Demons will start from their own 40-yard line. Dawes, Stevenson back in the backfield for Perkins. Wright on the far side on defense. Jones on the near side. Dawes passes quickly to the right. Yount there, and Wright fights through the block. So both Tigers ready for that pass. Maybe a gain of a yard.
Yeah.
We'll see where they spot it indeed. Gain of 1 yard. Spot the ball at the 41-yard line. Or just shy thereof.
Tigers,
and second down and 9.
Yeah, Tigers not fooled by that one. And closed the gap fast. Both Wright and who was the other one?
That was Wright and
I just totally blanked out. Oh, number 6. Sorry. Not 6.
that handoff up the right side goes for another gain of 2 yards, brings up third down. Third down and 7. Spot the ball at the 43-yard line.
Ace Wright and Hilligoss, that's who it was.
Hilligoss.
Oh,
pass tipped in the backfield. Brody Berlowitz and
I got to tell you,
return.
We almost had to adjust the Big Tiger play right there.
And if I'm not wrong, that's number 62.
It is.
And he was in the backfield as well for the Tigers.
And we don't have a name for number 62.
Puts Perkins in a punting situation.
Yeah.
Crooks back deep, standing at his own 25-yard line. Perkins punting from his own 30. Davidson, high kick, deep kick. Crooks off of one bounce will let it go. Takes a Perkins bounce inside the 20, down to around the 18-yard line. That's where the Tigers will begin first down and 10.
I believe Berlowitz had the tip, wasn't it? And also 62 there.
Berlowitz and
the unknown
62. We're in the backfield. Good defense by the Tigers coming out in the first possession for Perkins. Now the offense will try to turn it into points.
I know who number 52 is, Mr. Lonnie Schuler. Standing strong on the line all night long. The Cushing Tigers line has looked great. Apart from the penalties, really, the Tigers have looked great all night.
Tigers coming in with a stacked, really tight set. Bertowitz back to pass, out route by Crooks. There's the pass and catch. And this time he is covered by Green, and Green gets the tackle.
And the out route just goes out sideways and no positive yardage.
Green still fighting the cramp situation a little bit, so that could pay off for Crooks later in the game if Green continues to have some leg problems. Look for Crooks to take advantage of that, possibly a fake to that to those flats, and then turn him upfield and get a deep ball.
That's right. So while they're working on his leg, we'll talk about a few more of our sponsors tonight. Pipeline Urgent Care, SPI Submersible. I'm going to get there, folks. Oklahoma Cementing in Cushing, Oklahoma. 1115 North Uchi Valley Road. Call them 918-225-0688. JB Nickham and Joe Smith, Oklahoma Cementing, LLC. Also, another one of our fine sponsors, another anchor sponsor for the Hub Network, Plains Pipeline. Dial 811 before you dig. Know what's below. Call before you dig. Plains Pipeline and 811 24-hour emergency phone at 1-800-708-5071. All right. Horizon Construction, your home is our pride. Brent Carrera, give them a call at 918-399-5835. We can handle any project under the sun. Horizon Construction. Also, Dina Floyd at Farmers Insurance. Give her a call at 918-225-0726. Dina Floyd and Farmers Insurance. You got time for one more. Cushing Plumbing, heating, and air conditioning, 1066 Moses in Cushing. Be sure to give them a call for all your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs at 918-225-3215. That's Cushing Plumbing in Cushing, Oklahoma.
So Tigers starting out now. No gain on that first play, so there'll be a second down and 10. Ball remains at the 18-yard line. This time, Tiger offense comes back out spread, what we're used to seeing, two wideouts each side. Jones in the backfield. Bartowitz from the shotgun. Fakes the handoff and looks downfield. He'll scramble. Finds running room over the left side. Makes his way near the out of bounds.
Braxton.
I believe that's, Lightfoot. Braxton Lightfoot on the stop.
And, boy, if he doesn't trip him up, Blaze could just about lean out for the first down if he doesn't get tripped up there.
Gain of 5 on the play. Brings up third down and 5. Tigers now showing trips to the near side. Ever since the first couple possessions of the game, we've seen Perkins kind of back off of the standing at defense, where the Tigers got some favorable offsides in their favor, and now see him going from a down to set. There's a pass. Miscue, no wide receiver in the area. That was Brady Matheson is the closest.
Brady Matheson going one way, the pass going another way.
Tigers facing 4th down 6.
So the miscue results in a 4th down and 5. And Brody Bertowitz back to punt. Showing punt formation. Beck Smith back to return. Punt team gets situated. Schuler comes off. Bartowitz with the deep snap. High kick, semi-spiral, lands around the 45-yard line, takes a favorable Tiger bounce. Makes its way down inside the 35. We'll call it the 34-yard line. That's where Perkins will begin, first down and 10.
Cameron Crooks tried up with number 27, Dax Edwards, and tried to, hey, no, stay here for the ball. Let the ball hit you. Stay right here. Right here.
And Dax, I think, is who's been covering Cameron all night. So they've kind of been hooked up with each other all night long. And
Dax is smart enough player, having none of it. 9:59 left here in the third quarter. Tigers still leading 23-7 as Perkins takes the offensive side of the ball now.
Dawes with a handoff, fumble on the play. Several people going in for it. Tigers are signifying they have the ball, and the officials signifying the Tigers do have the ball. G.W. Burgett coming up with it from the bottom of the pile. Big time turnover for the Tigers.
Wow.
In Perkins territory, nonetheless.
It was just mishandled on the exchange between the quarterback and the running back, and he never got a good handle on it. It falls out of his hands, and it actually falls on top of a Tiger on the ground, rolls off of him, and the Tigers are able to get on it then as it rolls forward. Tigers turnover. Good field position. Here we go.
Handoff, left side. Jones staying up and eventually brought down. Looks like his forward motion will get him close to the 35-yard line, which would be a gain of a couple. We have another official timeout on the field.
Cushing coaches and trainers come over to check on who it is. Perkins player laying down. I can't see his number. I want to remind you guys, Frank's Diesel and Tire Incorporated, 4605 East 116th Street, Perkins, Oklahoma. Give them a call at 405-547-5132. Frank's Diesel and Tire Service. I also want to thank Cushing Tag Agency, 918-225-3344. 911 Main Street in Cushing. Cushing Tag Agency. Driver's license, renewal, tags of all kind. See Cushing Tag Agency.
Don't forget, they've got penalties for those who forget. I know, been there, I've done that.
I hate to even admit this one. I got pulled over one time, and I don't know why I had missed it, but I believe it was 11 months expired, my driver's license, and that cost me a pretty penny for that one. And my wife was not pleased. Don't you ever look at that date? I don't even pull it out of my wallet. What do you mean look at that date? Am I getting a motel room? No, I wouldn't look at it unless I pull it out to hand it to the lady at the desk.
Stevenson for Perkins, the player slow to get up, and he'll make his way back to the sideline on his own effort. So just a cramped situation. Get that kind of worked out over here on the sideline. And
I believe it was $120 later, and my wife angry, and I was back on the road legally.
So good on all accounts. Ish. Crooks in motion. Barlowitz ready to get started. False start. Tigers.
Sorry, folks. Had a knee-jerk reaction to another flag.
So a couple things concern you, thus far through the game, and of course, if it was to iron itself out, the rest of the game is what you're hoping for. But the Tiger players will need to fix penalty issues as the season rolls on. It's still second game of the season, but that, as a coach, that's no excuse. You want to see your players very disciplined and ready to go, no matter how excited they are to hit.
Yeah.
Jones in the backfield, and alone, he'll get the handoff. He'll bounce to the outside to the right, find some running room.
Wow. There it is. That's exactly what we were talking about at the beginning of the show. Jones all but convinced that he can get away. He's fighting for the extra yards because he thinks I can get away from these guys. I can make my own room here.
Chase Templin on the stop. Brings up 3rd down and 11. Spot the ball at the Perkins 37-yard line. Just short thereof. So look for a possible quick over-the-middle pass. As Jones in the backfield trips to the near side. Bartowitz looks downfield. He fires deep. He's got Crooks. Crooks just out of the fingertips of Crooks. That had 6 written all over it. And Dax Edwards on the coverage. So the Tigers now facing 4th down 11. They are in Perkins territory. However, with a punt, they would have the opportunity to pin Perkins quite deep with a 23-7 lead, with 8:25 remaining in the third quarter.
Blaze Berlowitz reminding everybody just how easy he can throw 50 yards downfield. Whew.
And very pretty pass as well. Just out of the reach. Berlowitz back on fourth down. He's flush from the pocket. He's got some room if he makes his way, and he does. He looks downfield, fires, has Brody Berlowitz.
Boy.
And the pass is incomplete as Brody couldn't quite get to it. Dax Edwards again on the coverage. The result of the play is a turnover on downs. Perkins takes over first down and 10.
Brody starts coming back. I believe if he stays back and doesn't start coming back to the ball, which is normally what you want your receiver to do. Your quarterback's in trouble. Everybody's supposed to come back to the ball.
Well, yeah,
move back. Training. But in this time with his arm, I believe if he sits back in the end zone, Blaze, even coming across his body, can get the ball there. Man. Brody did everything he could. Blaze did everything he could. The offensive line did everything they could. Just couldn't connect.
Perkins starting from their own 37-yard line. There's Dawes with his own deep pass. It's picked off. Tigers on the turnover. That's right. He's got some running room out across the 35-30. Just inside the 30-yard line. He'll be tripped up. It looks like Applegate on the stop. The Tigers, again, defensively saying not today. Offense needs to get started, and they're going to keep giving them the opportunity.
Ace Wright comes down the field. He sees what's happening. He's checking in the backfield, actually, as he's running downfield. Sees it, spins around, and sits on it. And the ball just right to him. Does a great job of reading the pass, getting the interception. And, man, yards after. Ace Wright, way to go. Cushing Tigers.
You see these players in practice during the week, James, and they run defensive, where they're watching the ball, watching the eyes of the quarterback, just drill after drill after drill, and Ace showing right there what that's about.
It pays off.
Screen pass to Crooks goes incomplete. Matheson with a block out here on the near side. The incomplete pass brings up second down.
Quincy Mooten still being worked on the sideline. Same leg. Trying to work out those cramps. Early in the year like this, here's the thing, folks. You can't drink enough water game day. Like, you got to get the water in early. You can't drink it right before the game. And so many of these guys don't get as hydrated as they should. And those cramps, man, they can cripple your team.
Jones tries the right side. He goes down after getting across the 30-yard line. He'll gain maybe one on the play.
Jones gets the handoff, takes it to the 30.
Looks like that hole never opened up.
Oftentimes use the run game to set up the passing game, and the Tigers need to get something going. Wouldn't hurt to see another handoff or two on the inside, break open a 5-10-yard run, and that will relieve some pressure on the backers to get open in the secondary. There's the screenplay far side. Crooks with some room. Finds the sideline, gets close to the first down marker, does get out of bounds.
And immediately another Perkins player goes to the ground on the sideline with what looks like another cramp.
And I believe the prior two are still over here on the sideline, so this will be another new one.
And, you can't say it enough. Of course, they've got bottles of pickle juice and everything else, trying to do what they can and liquid IV and all that they can, but you just have to be completely hydrated. The temperatures like this, humidity, it will take it out of you. I know that it would take it out of me if I was down there.
Well, and you often see it here in the opening parts of the year, first few games especially. But we can point out one thing. The Tiger players, through their strength and conditioning program, something they take pride in,
that's right,
something they work year-round on, through the weightlifting program during the school year and the weightlifting competitions, and through the summer drills and the summer training, and the things the Tiger athletes participate in, their plan is to not see that creep up on them. And thus far, we'll keep our fingers crossed, has not been a problem so far this year.
Several years ago, we were playing Bristow, and a young man that I know playing for Bristow cramped up, went down immediately on the sideline. The trainers brought the bottle of pickle juice over to him. He thought they brought him a bottle of water. And he spread it all over his face and immediately into his eyes and realized the mistake that he had made.
That will wake you up, too. So Berlowitz now, wide receivers everywhere. 3 to the far side, 2 to the near. He looks downfield, some pressure, stays in the pocket, just gets tipped at the line, so that one goes incomplete.
Incomplete pass, second down, 10.
That was a first down, so it brings up second down and 10. Tigers still trying to put a drive together here in the second half. 7:13 remaining third quarter. Again, the score remains 23-7.
You can see a little bit of fatigue starting to set in on the Cushing offensive line. Not that they're fatigued and tired, but they're just not as crisp as they were in the first 2 quarters, and that's always the case as the game goes on, especially against a quality team like Perkins.
And one thing we can credit what we talked about at the beginning of the game, quickness in the backfield and big players on the defense for Perkins. Over the period of the game, you'll start to see that take its toll. So the Tigers will have a false start penalty here. The Tigers will try to stay to the game plan, not false starts, but stay to the game plan and continue to make their way down the field.
Travis, you know what else takes your toll? Flags.
Yellow penalties.
Yellow penalty mark. I'm going to have nightmares about yellow penalty markers tonight.
I do. I have a friend who will not eat a red M&M because he's a fan of a certain school. In this case, we may encourage all fans to not use yellow rags of any sort or yellow bandanas or towels. Here's a pass right side, Jones. He's in, got some blocks. He's in open field. He makes his way to the 23-yard line, maybe 24.
Mm-hmm.
Good blocking downfield. Gain of about 3 on the play.
Cool breeze out of the east blowing in now. Just starting to pick up. It's been dead air most of the night. See the flag flying at half-mast in honor of Queen Elizabeth II, passing away yesterday at 96 years old.
Remarkable life. There's a pass by Berlowitz. He's got Yount. Goes just a little high.
Fourth down, 14.
Catch the ball, sir.
Quincy Mooten on the coverage for Perkins.
That one just through his hands.
So this one brings up 4th down again. Now, the last time the Tigers faced a 4th and 11, they went for it and picked up the first down on a screen pass to Crooks. Now, facing 4th and 13, even closer, farther into Perkins' territory than they were before, certainly you would think we'll continue to keep the foot on the gas and go for it here, especially with the defense now playing a little more crisp on the other side of the ball.
No real upside to not going for it here.
Jones in motion. Berlowitz looks his way. He fires to Jones. Jones can't pull that one in on the coverage, and good coverage by Quincy Mooten.
It was, and honestly, just a little bit too much air into that. I think if Blaze fires that one in a little less air, it doesn't give Jones, Mooten, time to get over there and make the play, but it's got just enough under where he has the time to get there, get his hand in, and break up the play.
And much like we credited Wright with his defensive effort, Mooten follows the eyes of Berlowitz that entire play and gets in to break the pass up. And so the Tigers have a turnover on downs. Perkins takes over from their own 23, 24-yard line, 1st down and 10.
And I've been impressed with Quincy Mooten, Jr. Is that his older brother, the other Mooten, Dax Mooten? I don't know.
That would be my guess. Stevenson with a handoff straight ahead, and penalty flags come in at the end of the play. Stevenson finds a little bit of running room. Nick Flores, a Panda, in on the stop from the down tackle position. The officials discussing the penalty here. Gain of about 4 on the play, maybe 3 before the penalty.
Quincy Mooten, at any rate, a junior who I've been really impressed with his discipline and read in the backfield.
Long discussion by the officials here. 6:25 in the third quarter. Tigers just giving it back to the Demons.
So that I won't say anything that I shouldn't say, Cushing Electronics and Radio Shack. We have now Red Cat Racing hobby cars, trucks, crawlers, and accessories. Come check them out Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 5 p.m. at 2010 East Main Street in Cushing. Cushing Electronics and Radio Shack. Yeah, wow, that's a long discussion. You're right.
Personal foul being assessed to the Tigers and possibly an unsportsmanlike as well. So the 2 penalties will move the ball near midfield, across the 50, the 49, 48. I'm just kidding.
And that is something that adds insult to injury on an already flag-plagued, penalty-plagued night.
Ball does end up inside the Tiger 44-yard line, so Perkins gets a big break and you know, at the expense of the Tigers. Moving their way into Tiger territory. Now the Tiger defense will look to stand up and make something happen. James, this has very much a feel, much like last year's game at Cushing. Perkins just would not go away. The Tigers had the lead. Stevenson straight ahead, met by a wall of Tigers. He'll gain about 2, maybe 3. But the Perkins just would not go away. And same as 2 years ago when the Tigers came from behind in the fourth quarter here at Perkins. So, you know, this type of opponent, this type of play, exactly what we're expecting as we go under 6 minutes in the third quarter.
Cushing just gets the players swapped out they need to.
Stevenson straight ahead. I believe one of our players, Michael Cruz, comes in on that play, and he's in on that tackle. So,
as well as Lane Yount.
Gain of 3 on the play brings up 3rd down and 4. Dawes continues, hands off to Stevenson, met in the backfield.
Matheson.
Right at or behind a 1-yard loss. Matheson on a stunt. Comes through from the linebacker position untouched. He's there to meet Stevenson, and that was like 2 trains colliding.
Yes, sir.
Tigers get into the backfield.
But Matheson nonetheless gets the tackle. Perkins faces 4th down and 6. Tiger defense ready as Perkins almost tries to attempt an offside call. No go. Dawes back to pass, fires right side, has a receiver, and it's caught. Gets some yards after, makes his way down near the 20.
Just when you think they're shut down, they find a way. And, man, they will not go away.
Hilligoss and Burgett out on the stop with the reception, Quincy Mooten. 1st down and 10 for the Demons.
Demons speed up their play as well.
Handoff straight ahead, Stevenson the ball carrier. He's met after a couple-yard gain. Burgett in on the stop. As well as Cruz. That gain of 2 brings up 2nd down and 8, puts the ball at the 19-yard line. Tiger defense looking for a stop, looking for a turnover. As the offense has still yet to get going here in the third quarter. Perkins hands off straight ahead. That handoff to Applegate, and he bounces his way forward for a couple more. Spot the ball near the 16-yard line, maybe 17. Gain of a couple brings up 3rd down and about 5. Dawes, continue with a hurry up. Trips to the near side. Single wide out to the far side. Looks like Applegate in the backfield. Long signal coming in from the near side. Dawes changing the play at the line of scrimmage.
Looks like 62, maybe Connor Moreland.
Dawes on a run-pass option, hands off, and nowhere to go. Met right at the line of scrimmage, driven backwards. Matheson in on the stop. Brody Berlowitz in on the stop, and G.W. Burgett in on the stop.
Wow.
So a loss of at least 2 on the play. Brings up 4th down and 7.
Our 3rd down sponsor, Tank Farm Services of Cushing, Oklahoma, oil and gas pipeline and tank repair service, committed to quality and delivering excellence. Tank Farm Services in Cushing, Oklahoma.
We'll call it 4th down and 8. Spot the ball at the 19-yard line. Tigers looking for a big stop right here. Dawes, everybody trips out to the near side. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Again, looking to the sideline. Timeout on the field. Timeout Perkins.
All right, that timeout's going to be brought to you by Favco Electric. It's the quality that counts with prompt, reliable service. Favco Electric, you can visit them online at www.favcoelectric.com or give them a call, 918-225-2799. Favco Electric, serving your area for over 36 years of experience. Give John a call and tell him I sent you.
James, we might take this minute to remind our fans as they're tuned in tonight in the all-class reunion for 2022 coming up next weekend at home. It's homecoming. You won't want to miss the Tigers host homecoming, and you won't want to miss the all-class reunion September 16th, 17th, and 18th. Here's a few of the items lined up. The CHS Fieldhouse Pep Rally at 11:30. Come and be a part of the pep rally with the students. An Indian taco dinner at the CHS Fieldhouse from 4:30 to 6:30. The game, of course, that night. There will be the CHS Alumni Hall of Fame presentation during halftime of the home game. So we won't want to miss that. We'll get to Saturday and Sunday here in just a moment. Perkins returning to action. It's 4th down, 8 yards to go. Dawes back to pass, looks left, finds the middle of the field, and it's intercepted. That was bounced around by Hilligoss into the hands of Crooks. It's in the end zone, therefore Tigers will have the ball 1st down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. What a play. Heads up by Hilligoss and heads up by Crooks.
Yeah, a tip and a takeaway there for the Tigers with 2 minutes and 44 seconds left. Wow, how quickly things change around. Hey, I want to remind you that good health begins with a great primary care, and ours is in Cushing, Oklahoma. Cushing Primary Care, a member of Stillwater Medical. You can visit them at their new facility at 600 South Linwood in Cushing, or give them a call at 918-725-1599. That's Cushing Primary Care.
After the turnover, Tigers will start 1st down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. A big defensive play. Had Hilligoss not been there to tip it and Crooks not been there to pull it in, Perkins was knocking on the door with that pass right into the end zone. Bartowitz returns, 2 wide receivers both sides. He'll roll right. He looks downfield and finds Crooks. Catches right before he goes out of bounds. Right around the 30-yard line. That will be near a 1st down. We'll see where they mark this one. They are signaling 1st down and 10 for the Tigers.
That 1st down brought to you by Bill's Easy Out. 2 locations in Cushing. Bill's Easy Out.
Bartowitz continues. Downfield handoff, no handoff. Jones passes out to Crooks. Crooks cuts back inside, finds a block. He's got the sideline, and he's at the 45, the 40, and he's down inside the 30. Makes a move, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Tigers.
There's no stopping him now. Touchdown, Tigers. Wow. I'm looking. I don't see, please be still my heart. There's a discussion, but I don't see any flag. Where is it?
Nick Flores is at midfield looking at the coaches, watching the officials. Everybody's kind of on pins and needles.
The flag must be over where they're standing at. I don't see it. Oh, Nick says, I'm not running all the way down there until I'm sure it's not a penalty. Oh, I see it now on the 30-yard line. They picked it up. They're moving down the field. Flores says, I'll go to the sideline because it
Judging
looks
by
like
the
they're going to count that one.
Judging by the Cushing crowd, that penalty might have been against Perkins.
There's a touchdown for the Tigers.
Tigers up 29-7. That coming at the 2:23 mark in the 3rd quarter. Hilligoss on to hold. Matheson on to kick the point after the swinging gate formation.
White hat explaining to the coach exactly what was going on there.
Here's the swinging gate.
You know, there's times I'd like to be in on some of those discussions. Just curious. A fly on the wall on some of those.
You never know.
Remember back on the NFL Presents, in the NFL films when they would
mic them up.
Have the parabolic mics going and you could hear the discussion going on. Oh, those are good days. Hey, there's another point right there for the Tigers. That's going to make it 30-7. And that score brought to you by Brandstetter Insurance Agency at 1437 East Main Street in Cushing. Give them a call at 918-225-7522. Locally owned and operated, personal and commercial insurance. Gary Brandstetter, Brandstetter Insurance Agency.
So we look ahead next weekend again. We're talking about Alumni Weekend. We're talking about homecoming for the football players and the students at CHS. Saturday is the Alumni Golf Tournament. $100 per player. Kicks off around 8 a.m. Lunch is provided by the Steer Inn. Call Buffalo Rock at 225-0811 to sign up as an individual or to sign up your team. That's the all-class reunion golf tournament and an all-class mixer at the Duncan Theater. Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. There's a high school showcase, entertainment, music, karaoke at go to DuncanTheater.com for tickets. And rounding out Alumni Weekend is the second annual Cushing Open Memorial Disc Golf Tournament at Buffalo Rock, 8 a.m. on Sunday. Alumni Hall is open 12 to 4 on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 on Saturday. And Alumni Hall will also be open Memorial Day weekend. Folks, it's Alumni Weekend. It's homecoming. Come out, support your Tigers. Get together with old friends. It's going to be a blast. I believe we play Berry Hill.
Ooh, yeah, that's right. That's exactly who we play.
Aiden Spencer is end-over-end kick, taking it to the 30-yard line. Looks like Mooten makes a move or two. He's got some room. Got Spencer to beat.
Well,
one man, like Jones.
Jones isn't going to get there, and Perkins is going to return the favor.
So the scenario in my mind is we come out, finally get our offense to do something and score, and Perkins says, wait a minute, we're not going away. We've talked about it the first half. We talked about it prior to the game. This is the type of opponent that just doesn't seem to go away.
You cannot score a touchdown and just sit back and relax. Now you've got to – this is where your defense has to keep pressing, and that's exactly what happened. They got caught on their heels just a little bit, and that's just enough for number 10 to streak down the field for the touchdown.
And it may be exactly the difference in opponents is when you look at a Perkins team has more seniors, they're not going to give up as easy, and you play other opponents who maybe has more younger players, you might get out a lead on them and they start to quietly go away. Not this Perkins team.
No. Folks, stay here because we still got 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in this quarter and a full fourth quarter to go. This one is not decided yet. I will remind you that Cushing Family Pharmacy and a compounding center, we know how to treat you right. Give them a call at 918-225-5200. Immunizations and compounding, 200 South Highland Avenue in Cushing. Cushing Family Pharmacy.
Hey, you mentioned one of our sponsors earlier, Oklahoma Cementing, right there in Cushing.
Right.
They are a $100 hole-in-one. No, they are a hole-in-one sponsor at the golf tournament next week.
That's because Joe Smith Jr. thinks he can make the hole-in-one.
And it's a $10,000 hole-in-one if he does.
Whoa.
So special thanks to them for sponsoring that for the Cushing Alumni Association. Get yourselves a team or an individual. Get signed up, get out there, and thank you, Oklahoma Cementing, both for your sponsorship here and there.
Do I get $5,000 if I hit the green? Is it a close enough hole-in-one?
I think you get 5 cents.
I get an attaboy from somebody if I hit the green. That's all I'm going to get. Hillcrest Hospital in Cushing, treating emergencies like emergencies. Whether it's chest pain, a broken bone, or a burn, or any other sudden health care emergency, you receive responsive, patient-centered, compassionate care at Hillcrest Hospital in Cushing. Another one of our fine sponsors.
To answer your question, I have played in some golf matches with friends and a friendly, not necessarily wager, but the greenie. The person with the greenie might get a quarter from everybody. As you play throughout the day, you might get $1.50, $1.75. Gets to be a lot of fun. So, yes, you might get something for hitting the green.
I don't have those kind of friends.
Perkins set to kick from their own 40-yard line. Davidson, now he's got a little wind behind him, so this might go to the concession stand. And he keeps it low, keeps it returnable. Jones behind some blocking, finds a seam. Now Jones down the right side, across the 50. One man to beat. Several catching up. He makes his way to the 40-yard line. Tigers with a nice return behind the blocks. Jones with the return into Perkins territory. Tigers will start first down and 10.
Woo, be still my heart. Cushing says we're not going away either. Noah Jones, man, found a large seam. I think you could have driven a Mack truck through that thing.
And I credit the last man Jones had to beat.
Yeah.
He used the sideline as a defender. He cut off Jones just to make him stop and allow other teammates to catch up. Had he tried to open tackle Jones, he might be laying down. Jones may be in the end zone. So credit that young man with that defensive effort. Nonetheless, Tigers take over. First down and 10. They are in Perkins territory at the 38-yard line.
I'm a firm believer that fundamentals trump ability every time, and that was pure fundamentals by that young man. Squared up, stayed low, use the sideline, everything you want to see in a tackle. And, waited for help. Use the sideline for help.
That's right. Tiger offense back to work. In at the Perkins 38. There's Jones up the middle. He finds a couple yards.
Coach Morgan says, let's take a little time off this clock. Another one of our fine sponsors, CBEW Professional Group, LLP, CPAs. income tax planning and preparation, business consulting, bookkeeping, payroll, and training. Go Tigers at CBEW Professional Group.
Bartowitz on the low snap, comes to his left. Throws that one a little short. Woo! Tigers escaped one there. Pass intended for Yount.
The entire Perkins base below us all groaned because they saw what we saw. Nearly an interception.
And a possible pick six. He had nothing but green in front of him.
That's right.
Nonetheless, the incomplete pass brings up a 3rd down and 9. Tigers at the Perkins 37-yard line, needing a 1st down here. Trying to keep the drive alive. Bartowitz looks right for a screen pass to Brody. It's not there.
Incomplete. That brings up 4th down 9.
That will bring up 4th and 9. Now, on previous 4th downs on 2 occasions in Perkins territory, we've seen the Tigers go for it and rely very heavily on their defense. Thus far, defense has held up for them.
Yes, sir.
We've seen special teams have a letdown, but the defense has been holding.
That's a lot of confidence in your defense, and it looks like we're going to see the same thing right here.
Bartowitz with Jones to his left. There's the snap, back to pass. He'll find a little running room, fires downfield, looking for Yount.
Oh, boy.
And that pass is intercepted, and that is green, Cutter green.
There's 2 flags on the field in the backfield here. We'll wait and see what that is. But it looks like it's not going to be to Cushing's benefit. Holding declined. Interception will stand. And, I'm looking at that one, and I see there's a seam over here. And I think Blaze, if he tucks that one in, it's a fairly easy 1st down for him. There's a big gap over here. I think he could have made that pretty easy. Instead, makes a decision to throw a little bit off balance. Not horribly off balance, but that one just hangs up enough that Perkins gets the interception in the end zone, and here we go.
Perkins starts from their own 20-yard line. Dawes with a single bat set. Hands off straight ahead. Applegate finds a little bit of running room. He's still on his feet. Loses the ball. Tigers on top of it.
Yeah.
And they got it. Hilligoss on the fumble recovery. 1st down and 10. Tigers defense again.
I do believe that's Hilligoss' 2nd recovery of the evening, if I'm not mistaken. And the Tigers' 3rd. Wow.
So while the offense does turn it over on a 4th down, you were saying that you're relying on your defense.
Yes, sir.
If you turned it over. Instead, it's an interception, indeed a turnover. And the defense comes out and proves.
Big time.
So Tigers, starting at the 24-yard line, better position than when they left themselves last time.
Just like nothing ever happened except a new set of downs.
Almost like the 1st down was a 24-yard line, and we got it. So we're back now. 1:12 in the 3rd quarter. Tigers up 30-14. Bartowitz with Jones to his left. Looks that way, fires toward the end zone.
Oh, wow.
Touchdown, Tigers! Camden Crooks over the shoulder. Beautiful pass by Bartowitz.
Those are not easy to catch, folks. And it was put right in the basket. He never had to break stride. He takes it in stride in the end zone for a touchdown for the Tigers. What a beautiful pass. What a great catch and a nice route.
Not only was that right for Crooks, it was over a defender and over Crooks' shoulder, and Crooks caught it in stride. It was right in the corner of the end zone, and now Hilligoss on for Matheson to hold for the extra point. 1:05 remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Tigers trying to put one more on here. There's the kick, and they do. It is 37-14. 1:05 remaining 3rd quarter.
Hey, that score is brought to you by Emily's Locksmith of Cushing. Who you going to call when you get locked out? Emily's Locksmith. 405-714-5125. When you get locked out, call Emily's Locksmith. Hey, listen, we have a lot of great sponsors, and, man, we've had some new sponsors this year. They mean a lot to this program, and I know that they are bringing it to the community for you, so be sure you let them know. Another fine sponsor for the last several years has been Dance Star Productions, Performing Arts Center, 918-225-3338. Tap, jazz, ballet, lyrical, hip-hop, contemporary, and tumbling at Dance Star Productions. I would venture guess most of the girls on the dance team have come out of Dance Star Productions.
Have come out of and are still a part of. I know a lot of them do. Some of the competitive dancing as well as the high school association dance team stuff through the public school system. And certainly recitals among other competitions throughout the year. So Aiden Spencer getting set to kick from his own 40. Perkins in traditional formation to return. I believe that's Applegate deep. Spencer's kick will indeed go to Applegate on a one-hopper. Two hoppers around the 25-yard line. Applegate finds a seam, and he makes his way up across the 35. He'll be down around the 37-yard line.
Ace Wright putting a shoulder in there to help that tackle.
It looked like Tucker laying in the area as well, so Tigers eventually collapsing that return nonetheless. It'll go to the 30, just past the 37, just short of the 38. Demons will take over first down and 10. We got 1 minute remaining here in the third quarter. Perkins wanting to put together a drive to say that, again, they will not go quietly into that night. Tigers wanting to put Perkins to sleep. Try to put this one behind them. Dawes passes over the left side. Jones on the coverage. The pass was a little bit low. Pass intended for Green. Incomplete pass brings up second down. So Perkins' offense, really kind of reflects the Tiger offense in a sense of some, hurry-up offense, single-back set, some short, quick passes. There's another one to the right side, screen type. That one is complete to Mouton, I believe. He makes his way to the 34, the 44, maybe 45-yard line.
And they're met by a host of Tigers. You could say a den, maybe.
Not quite a gaggle.
Not quite a gaggle or a murder.
Gain of 6 on the play brings up third down and 4 as the seconds tick away. We're down under 30 seconds in the third quarter.
And the ambulance is departing.
Dawes back to pass, looks downfield, fires deep. He's got a receiver. Applegate out of the backfield, catches that one in between two defenders.
Nice catch.
Right. And Yount on the coverage. So Dawes just threads that one, makes its way to the Tiger 32-yard line, maybe 31. 10 seconds remaining third quarter. Dawes gets this one off. He'll hand off. Applegate left side, met by several Tigers. Burgett in the backfield. And Hilligoss.
The clock's going to tick down, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Tigers leading 37-14. I want to go around a little bit here in between the quarters at some of the action going on. I'll give you the first surprise of the night. Number 7, Clinton, against number 2, Heritage Hall. Clinton up 28-7.
In what quarter?
Fourth quarter.
Okay.
Never expected both of them to be a defensive game like that, but it definitely is.
Absolutely.
And a surprise for Heritage Hall. Weatherford up on beat El Reno 20-19. So Weatherford just escaping that one. Around our area, let's see.
You could say Weatherford weathered the storm on that.
Yeah. Muldrow, fourth quarter, 31-17 over Salisaw. Manford, 35-7 over Cleveland. There's no score on the Tuttle Noble game or I got the Weatherford El Reno game. Western Heights being slaughtered by Hera, 49-6. Catoosa and Verdigris winning 47-14. We will see Catoosa later in the year.
Perkins on the move. Just stopped there. Second down 11. Fake handoff to Stevenson. Completed pass over to Mouton. Hilligoss on the coverage and Jones. They'll both be credited with the tackle on that play. Not before Mooten makes his way to the first down, spot the ball at the Tiger 18-yard line, first down and 10.
In the third quarter, number 1 McAllister leading Ada 28-0.
Dawes, run pass option, hands off to Stevenson. He's caught in the backfield.
In the fourth quarter, Sky took Collinsville beating Sky took 63-20.
Mercy.
Wow.
Connor Moreland in on that last stop. There's a handoff again straight ahead. Stevenson, Flores, and Heisler teaming up to slow him down. Stevenson lunges forward, gets a little more out of the play.
Sir.
Spot the ball at the Tiger 12-yard line, brings up third down and 4. Perkins still in a hurry-up offense. Penalty flags on the play. Offsides, Tigers.
3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Canadian and Elk City all tied up. So Canadian and number 10 Elk City tied up 29-29.
Tigers find their backs against the wall here, just underway in the fourth quarter. Perkins knocking on the door, 37-14 lead. Pass to the right side, Mooten. He shakes one, can't shake Crooks. Crooks with the tackle, Yount with the assist. Believe there's no gain on the play. Brings up second down and goal.
Another team we'll see there this year is Oologah. Claremore beating Oologah tonight 35-33. Close game there.
Spot the ball to 7. Dawes passes, and Brody Berlowitz with a hand up.
Wow.
Knocks that one down. Nice defensive play by Berlowitz. Heads-up play. Having the whereabouts of as a defensive end to not only be watching for the run, inside, outside, and the pass. Gets his hands up, knocks that one down.
A fun game I would have liked to have seen tonight. Number 2 Poto versus number 4 Metro Christian. Poto leading in the fourth quarter 28-21. That's exactly how you'd expect that game to go. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. As I said, number 2 Poto leading number 4 Metro Christian 28-21.
Huh. That false start penalty will move Perkins back to the 12-yard line. Remains third down and goal. Dawes sends Stevenson in motion. Looks to the left. Fires over the middle. Bobbled and eventually caught. Still on his feet. In for the touchdown. That pass complete to number 2, Cutter Green. Cutter Green, aside from some cramping earlier in the game, he's had a pretty good game tonight.
Yeah, he has. And, wow, 17-point now deficit for Perkins as they are working their way back. They are not going away quietly into the night.
Davidson on to attempt a point after. Lightfoot to hold. They'll try to make this 37-21. The kick is good. With Davidson's strength in his leg, you wouldn't expect the distance, of course, to be a problem.
No, not at all. Hey, good news. Rates just got lower at State Farm. Randy Robinette Insurance Agency at 1614 East Main Street in Cushing. I'm excited to announce auto insurance rates just went down. I can help you find coverage that works. Let's talk today. That's State Farm in Cushing. Wow.
10:08 remaining. Tigers holding on to a 16-point lead.
Folks, don't go anywhere. This one is going to go down to the wire.
Well, we mentioned earlier in the game that this could be a blowout. It could be coming from behind, or it could be a close one. Right now, we're looking at a close one. Tigers need to come out on offense in the next 10 minutes and, make a couple of plays to say, hey, okay, we got our stuff together now.
That's right.
Let's put this behind us. There's going to be a lot of good film usage out of this game.
Yeah.
It's certainly not over. We're not, saying the game's over. We got 10 minutes, but thus
it's not over.
far, there's so many things the Tigers can utilize in film to get better from week to week.
One last sponsor read for the night: Ortho Oklahoma, nationally recognized bone and joint care in cowboy country. On-site imaging, including Stillwater's only open MRI. That's Ortho Oklahoma, a division of Stillwater Medical, sports medicine, orthopedic surgery, spine surgery, and total joint replacement. Give them a call at 405-707-09 or www.orthook.com.
And those open MRIs are, for someone in my situation, very much the way to go.
A little claustrophobic, are you?
Been there a couple times and have tried a couple times, and both times the open MRI is where we ended up. So I can honestly say that is a tried and proven method, and thanks to those folks for what they do. Davidson with the kickoff from zone 40, and they're going to pooch this one short. Berlowitz there with the hands. Right, down to around the 39-yard line. Not a typical onside kick, just not allowing a return, hoping that possibly someone's not ready for it, and it might, dribble, fall off.
For a second, I thought it was going to, traditional onside there, but nope. And like you said, a pooch kick that Berlowitz handled just fine. That's why you put the guys with good hands on the front and in the middle.
Tigers will take over first down and 10. They start from their own 39-yard line. There's 10:07 remaining in the game. They do have a 16-point lead. With that said, Tigers need to put an offensive possession together here that not only scores points but also uses some of the clock. Tigers with trips to the far side, single wide out near side, quick pass right side. Brody Berlowitz with the reception. Good block by Matheson, a move by Berlowitz. He gets his way close to the 50-yard line.
Late
possible
flag.
First down. A late flag did come in.
You heard the Perkins fans wanting a hold. That's not what it's going to be, I don't believe. Oh, yeah, sure enough. Boy, that came in late if it was a hold on.
I believe they're going to put that right around where Brady Matheson was blocking 4, and they just didn't feel, the officials didn't feel like he had a chance to get away. So will remain first down, but it is a spot foul, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So that will back the Tigers up to the 33-yard line, just short of the, right around the 33. Remains first down. They've got to go to the 49 for the first.
It'll be first and 16.
Berlowitz, run pass option. He'll come to the near side. He's got room. He's got a blocker. Yount with a good block. Berlowitz cross midfield down around the 45.
Perfectly executed run pass option.
Dax Edwards on the stop.
Looked in the backfield, read it perfectly, tucked it in when he was supposed to, and makes the first down for the Tigers.
Spot the ball at the Demon 44-yard line. First down and 10. Brody, and Camden far side.
Wow. Trips out with the handoff to.
There's Jones straight ahead. He gains a couple on the play. He just still not going down easy. That is Mock in on the stop. Gain of 1 on the play. Brings up second down 9. Berlowitz with Jones on the near side. Berlowitz back, looks downfield, fires deep. He's got a man. Brody Berlowitz up for the pass.
Oh, I think he came down with it.
No signal yet. Yes, he brings it down.
Did. Oh, be still my heart. Goes up high and sacrifices the body to bring it in. What a catch by Brody Berlowitz. What a pass by his brother. Man.
Hey, Quincy Mooten has had a great game tonight for Perkins. On that play, Brody Berlowitz had a better play. Brody went up, pulled that one down, and held on to it.
And in fairness, he has the height on him as well. It's a little bit of a disadvantage for Mooten there, as well as he's played. He just didn't have the height to go up with him.
Tigers at the 3-yard line, first down and goal. That play was whistled. Okay, now we're going to start the clock. So Tigers getting signals from the sideline. And not wasting any time. Going to the line of scrimmage, 8:25 remaining fourth quarter. Tigers knocking on the door. From the 3-yard line, Berlowitz. Crooks in motion, handoff. Noah Jones straight ahead. Touchdown, Tigers!
With 8:15 in the rest of the game here, Tigers A long pass play and then finish it off with Noah Jones running it in for the touchdown. Tigers say we're still here to play.
So Perkins says we're not going away. Tigers say, well, we're going to keep playing. Jones again showed strength on that play because he ran into a small pile and just would not quit moving. Now we have Hilligoss. Okay, holding for Matheson.
Yes, sir.
Thought we started to switch something up. Not sure why we would, but it looked like it. There's the snap and the kick. It's blocked. Yeah, see, that's Berlowitz holding. I think Hilligoss went to the deep snap. It looked odd to me, but I think there was either some confusion or somebody taking a break. So 8:15 remaining in the game. Tigers have a 43-21 lead.
That one shuttled in, rolling in, and then booted right into the back of the special teams line. Tigers leading 43-21 with 8:15. In just a minute, we're going to try to get a phone connected because we desperately want to hear from Coach Morgan at the end of this game.
I'd say his thoughts would be a little bit all over the place. So far, if 8 minutes holds up, Tigers will come out with a win. Stay with us.
Yeah.
There's a lot of football left,
That's right.
especially in this game. We've seen 8 minutes go half an hour. But Perkins thus far with a kickoff returned, with some defensive turnovers, some offensive effort. They've proven with 21 points they're not going away. We'll see if the Tiger defense has come up big in the second half so far. See if they can't continue to do so.
One of our new camera persons, Maya, is running a cross-country meet tomorrow and asked me, how long will it be? I was like, we'll be headed back by 10, no problem. And the officials have made a liar out of me. We will not be headed back by 10 at all.
Spencer set to kick from his own 40-yard line. Applegate back deep for the Demons. Short end over end kick, drops at about the 45-yard line and immediately covered up by the Demons. That's going to be Lightfoot covering that one up. And the Tiger defense will come back out. Demons will start from their own 38-yard line, first down and 10. 8:14 remaining. Don't go anywhere. Tigers trying to put this one away. Demons have showed no effort to just lay down all night long. They keep firing back every time the Tigers bring something at them. They keep bringing something back. So we'll see how this next 8 minutes goes. As the Tiger defense answering big so far in the second half. Getting ready for this offensive possession. Again, Tigers will host Berryhill next week for homecoming. You want to make sure and be a part of the game. The CHS Alumni Association Hall of Fame will be announced at halftime. Be a part of the festivities along with Alumni Weekend. Here's Perkins. Fakes the handoff up the middle. Fakes the pass. Goes deep. Crooks in the area. Can't bring it in. The pass was intended for Cutter Green. Jones also in on the coverage along with Crooks. And I believe Ace Wright also in on the coverage. So several Tigers not fooled by the deep pass. Dawes with Stevenson in the backfield.
Hey, we're doing a little test here. I think it's working.
And
how about that?
Here comes second down and 10. Handoff straight ahead. Stevenson finds some room over the right side across midfield. Makes his way down to the 40 before eventually taken down. Matheson and Crooks teaming up on the stop. Spot the ball at the Tiger 39-yard line. First down and 10. Perkins in a hurry-up offense. Tigers making a substitution. And that'll be timeout on the field. Timeout Tigers. As that substitution was made, and Perkins was in a hurry-up offense. So we were going to get caught with an offsides or too many men on the field. Called timeout. 7:50 remaining, fourth quarter. Perkins will still have it. First down and 10 from the Tiger 39-yard line. Again, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, hosting Berry Hill next weekend, there are all kinds of activities for alumni and community members to be a part of the homecoming against Berry Hill. Starting with the Tigers pep rally at the field house. The Indian Taco Dinner will support a local booster club at the field house as well prior to game time, 4:30 to 6:30. 6:30 is the homecoming festivities, and at halftime will be the CHS alumni presentation. 1st and 10 from the Tiger 39-yard line. Stevenson out in the flats. Dawes under some pressure. He'll run with it. He'll slide down. Penalty flags on the play. That'll be right around the 35, 34-yard line. Those penalty flags come in at the end of the play. Dawes sliding to a stop. Matheson diving for a stop. And the two got crossed. So probably personal foul. There's the signal against the Tigers. Automatic first down.
Personal foul penalty against the Tigers.
And most likely a 15-yard penalty. So Tiger defense, just over 7.5 minutes remaining, trying to hold Perkins out of the end zone and protect a 22-point lead. Spot the ball at the Tiger 20-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Demons. Dawes with Stevenson in the backfield. Dawes fakes the handoff to the side, catches the receiver on the left side. Several Tigers there, including Yount on the stop. Pass was complete to Green. Gain of 9 on the play. Call it 7. Brings up 2nd down and 3.
Okay, folks, I think we've got everything paired and ready to go. We will be trying to get Coach Morgan for an interview at the end. Oh, man. Ball's loose.
Stevenson makes his way near the goal line as he's being tackled. The ball comes loose. Tigers recover at the end zone. No signal from the referees. Looks like they're going to call him down. And the head official will get in on this conversation. Tigers signaling 1st down. But the officials will be the ones that make that decision.
While we're trying to sort that one out, listen, as I was saying, we will be trying to get an interview with Coach Morgan at the conclusion of the game, and that's
defense holds again. According to our officials, one signal. 1st down Tigers. Now, wait a minute, let's talk about it.
Yeah, wait. No, not done yet. Oh, wait, no.
You think it's possible you're in that discussion, you think you decide and you go, 1st down Tigers. No, that's not what we decided. Wait a minute. Wait. Maybe there's more to the story.
Yeah.
I never pretend to be anything more than an armchair official anyway, so.
Yeah. I've never signed up to go do it, so I really can't complain much since I've never put myself out there. So, I mean, it doesn't mean I don't complain a lot, but I shouldn't.
Well, officials will discuss with the coaches now what's actually going to happen. So we'll see. Now, the Tigers are acting like they're moving towards the 20-yard line. The Demons are backing up, but
Perkins
nobody's moving flag-wise. Nobody's moving the
Perkins
stick.
is acting like a false start. He's talking with Coach Morgan right now. So the Whitehead comes out to give us the official call and end all of our speculation about just what's going on.
False start.
Oh, wait, not yet.
False start would be way before that play ever occurred. That'd be really
They're lining up, but they don't realize the White Hat is having a discussion with Perkins' coach, and so.
Is it possible we're going to replay the down? The sticks haven't moved. The players backed up to that line of scrimmage. Right. Is it possible they had a discussion, couldn't come to an agreement, and said, let's replay the down?
Here we go. On me.
Yep. Going to replay 2nd down.
There it is. Wow.
Well, I don't see that very often, but we'll go with it. Tigers now facing, it's trying to stop a 2nd down and 3. We'll replay the down.
They did not allow us to be in on that discussion, but.
Same play, Stevenson handoff. This time in the backfield is Matheson. He gets an ankle. Stevenson goes down, maybe a 1-yard gain. Well, it looks like they'll say he got back to the original line.
Trey Stevenson, the ball carrier.
So no gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Okay, third down 3.
Dawson with wide receivers both sides. Stevenson again in the backfield. He'll go in motion. Dawson looks downfield under pressure. Oh, nice catch. No good. Pass is incomplete. From a really long distance, that pass looked complete to Green. It looked like he just made a really athletic play.
And the official was right there to make the call. Says, no, he was picking it off the ground.
Good job by Ace right on the coverage. So, fourth down. Pass downfield wide open, no good. Mooten was open in the end zone. Dawes' pass goes wayward.
I'm not for sure exactly what happened. Noah Jones was out of bounds there. Lane hadn't come over to cover, so I'm just not for sure. I'm sure of this. Cushing dodged a bullet right there by that pass going wayward because he was all alone in the end zone.
Nonetheless, result of the play is a turnover on down. 6:29 remaining in the fourth quarter. Tigers clinging to a 22-point lead, 43-21 at Perkins. And the offense will come on and hopefully put this one away. Would it hurt your feelings with another touchdown?
No, not too bad. No, not at all. No, definitely not. I'd definitely go for that.
Believe I could go for that. Tigers handoff over the right side. Play is stopped. Just when you thought it was safe to go back into the woods.
And the Bluebirds are rolling out from the other side of the stadium. And, man, I'm just laughing because I'm thinking, man, I would not want to be a coach watching film on this tomorrow morning. That just going to pull your hair out.
Well, you can imagine in game time, real time, how frustrating it is.
Wow.
Then you got to rewatch.
Oh, yeah.
And remind yourself what it was like.
I mean, granted, the whole pulling your hair out is not a big thing for Coach Morgan, but for the rest of us, that's man.
Well, it won't take much, but yes.
He's going to
hand off over the right side. Jones finds some running room. He gets out across the 20, down around the 23-yard line. Nice play, and Tigers answer. That line really shows up, pushing some guys out of the way, and Jones does the rest.
Nice downhill run by Jones to get the first down for the Tigers.
Spot the ball to 24-yard line. The clock continues to roll. We're approaching the 6-minute mark. The Tiger offense not so much in a hurry up at this point, just trying to take the clock, get the right play called. Berlowitz from the shotgun. Hands off. This time left side. Horn. He'll make his way out across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. In on that play was Green.
The toughness and the grittiness. This is a good time to have a game like this where you got all kinds of adversity for the Tigers to see just what they're made of. You don't want to see this late in the season where they're getting lots of penalties like this. This is a good time to see what kind of adjustments they're going to make before next week.
7-yard gain on the play brings up 2nd down and 3. Spot the ball at the Tiger 32-yard line. Handoff straight ahead. Jones finds some room out across the 35.
You know, we said earlier the offensive line was showing a little wear and tear. They've seemed to found their second stride, and the defensive line seems to be finding a little, losing a little gas, and some gaps are opening up for Jones now.
Well, we're seeing the Tigers show that strength and conditioning really pays off as now they are methodically moving down the field, controlling the clock, controlling the line of scrimmage. The Tigers are getting through the tacklers and gaining extra yards. And, again, staying in much more of a bunch set compared to our normal spread out. There's Jones again, makes his way to the outside, fights off a couple of tacklers. He's still fighting for yards, makes his way near the 40 before most of Perkins shows up. Now the Tiger team pushing, the Perkins team pushing. It's like a tug of war with Jones is the rope.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, that was 4 or 5 nice lateral shifts by Jones right there that just took the tackle away from 4 or 5 Perkins players. Nice job, nice moves there.
Yeah,
Not spinning out, just lateral shift, move forward. Lateral shift, move forward.
And, again, just a credit to Jones' quickness and strength. Once he's in the open field, we've seen his speed, but that quickness and strength has developed over the years. Spot the ball just shy of the 41-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play brings up 2nd down 5. Jones and Horn in the backfield. Horn gets this handoff left side. He's met in the backfield. He will make his way back near the line of scrimmage.
Perkins Tryon band playing a little Garth Brooks there. Acting like they have friends in low places.
Ethan Dawson does not. He was in the backfield. That's where his friends were. He was in on that tackle.
Yes, sir.
Play clock down to 18. Tigers getting the play called in. Clock runs down to 3:20. Don't go anywhere. We've got a post-game interview coming up with Coach Morgan. Tigers are ahead 43-21.
We hope.
There's the snap. Bertowitz looks downfield, fires. He has a man, looks caught. Signal is not caught. Yount on the reception, and it is whistled dead. The ground assisted. On the coverage for Perkins, Stephen Johnson.
Just didn't get his arms underneath it. The Tigers, as they progress through the season, are going to need Yount to really step up and be that, second line of reception over there, pulling the defense away. Looks like he's a little down on himself right now. He doesn't need to get down on himself. Just needs to make that adjustment. And, man, he's definitely got the athleticism to be able to do that, to be that threat that caused the defense to have to watch him.
So with 3:07 remaining in timeout on the field, timeout Perkins. James, this has been a game of, push and get pushed.
Yeah.
But I think the positives you take away thus far with 3:07 remaining is defense stepped up all night long and made things happen, and especially when their backs were against the wall. And when the offense even got to a point here in the second half where they were, the coaches were saying, hey, we now rely on the defense to make something happen. And lo and behold, it did, taking some shots on fourth down and turning it over a couple times deep in Perkins territory and just getting the ball right back. So defense, for me anyway, has been a big answer tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Things they're going to want to work on, of course, get into the film room and talk about the stall out moments for the offense. When the offense, it didn't stall all night. 43 points is great.
Yeah, but
however, there were stall out moments, and talk about those, analyze those, and see what can fix those. Taking away the penalties may be a big part of that.
I'm trying to look here and see what Berry Hill did tonight. We will be seeing them next week at home.
There's a high punt. Horn's the punter. We don't see that very often. High, end over end. Bounces around the 47 backwards into Tiger territory. There'll be a penalty on that play. It does make its way back into Tiger territory at the 49. So as 2:55 remaining in the game, Perkins will take over first down 10. They'll be at the Tiger 49-yard line prior to this penalty being assessed. And I guess they're looking for a Perkins ball.
They are.
Here it comes in. Now we see movement by the officials.
Earlier in the game, they were looking for a Cushing ball, and so I guess turnabout is fair play.
We have the official signals a penalty against the Tigers. I believe instead of just downing the ball, it's late in the game and you're probably ready to go home. It was just kind of nudged with a foot, and that can be construed as unsportsmanlike. You train your players. Hey, at all points in the game, keep everything. So penalty against the Tigers. There'll be a 10-yard penalty. Demons will take over at the 39, first and 10.
Feel free to finish that at all points of the game. Act like a professional. Little mistakes can have big consequences. And I understand the frustration. You're tired. You're ready to go home, but you're still on the field. You still have to do your role. And even more so as the year goes on, position playing and doing your part pays off down the stretch.
Dawes rolls to his right and fires. That one's batted down. Horn right there in the backfield, right in his face, gets the hands up, knocks it down. Jacob Horn listed at 6'2", 190 pounds. He's a senior on this Tiger team as well.
Yes, and he is a senior that has inserted himself into the game tonight.
Both on offense and defense.
Yes,
Dawes flushed from the pocket. Now he's escaping with his life. He'll get out of bounds. No late hits, no big problems. Heisler there to run him out of bounds. Burgett in the backfield causing a disruption. 2:43 remaining in the game. Tigers up 43-21. Perkins making a last effort here to drive the ball to the end zone. Brings up 3rd down and 9. Tiger defense still on the field. Tiger starting defense. Dawes gets the snap and looks right for the screen. Mooten with the reception, has a few blockers. Still on his feet, escapes a couple Tigers. He's going to find some room. Crooks trying to catch him and can't get there. Touchdown, Demons. No flags on the play. 2.5 minutes remaining. Perkins closing that lead from 43 to 27.
Yeah, and that just poor tackling on that one all the way around. Should have been wrapped up twice and was allowed to bounce off, and that's what happens when you don't, as I said earlier, do your job. Position play and fundamental play, it can come back to bite you, especially later in the season.
Davidson on to attempt the point after, Lightfoot to hold. Davidson with the signal. Here's the snap. Kick is up and looks good. It's no good. So Yount and a couple other Tigers in the backfield nearly blocking that one. However, Davidson misses his first extra point of this game.
Yes, sir.
43-27, 2.5 remaining. Tigers will get the ball back. Will Perkins try a onside kick or just stick with a short non-returnable kick?
Appreciate everybody who's joining us tonight. And, as the season goes on, just keep checking in, keep watching the games. I know it's going to get cold. It's going to get some long travel this year as we're going up to Catoosa and, I believe, Miami. Is that right?
I believe that's correct.
I just set the schedule down. I just had it in my hands. I just set it down.
Hey, that schedule you're looking for is in the latest edition of
the Hub Extra, the fall edition.
Pick yours up.
At the ball game next week. At the Quarterback Club, I believe, or at the concession stand, also at Tiger Lily Designs.
Are there several other places around town throughout the fall, throughout the football season?
I appreciate you asking me that so I can say in front of our boss that I don't know.
Well,
I forgot to ask him.
I'm basing it off of prior years. It's been around town.
It's been around, yes. Usually at Bill's Easy Out, you can pick some up there. I'm not for sure where all he will have those, and I apologize, folks, for not having that information I normally would have. So we are going to travel to Miami, to Catoosa, and Cleveland, and Skiatook. Those are the rest of our traveling games. Wagner comes to Cushing, and, man, that's going to be a game.
Mm-hmm. There's the onside kick. Doesn't quite go 10 yards. Does go out of bounds. That'll be a penalty flag in a sense of where to place the ball.
Yep, speared the ball right out of bounds.
Hey, on a serious note, the point to all that was keep your eyes open. Be looking for the Hub Extra, and make sure to be tuning in every week right here, live on the Hub Network.
If you click on the subscribe network on either the Facebook or YouTube, my wife's going to kill me for saying the Facebook, but it's Facebook or YouTube. Click on subscribe. You'll get the notification. Every time we go live, it'll pop up and tell you, hey, we're live. You can turn it right on your TV and enjoy all of the Hub Network and Tiger Football Live.
So after the penalty and the kick, spot the ball at the Perkins 41-yard line. The Tigers come out. Offense, 2 wideouts, far side 2. Running backs in the backfield. Jones takes the handoff straight ahead. And a couple Demons there to meet him.
And I've got to remember how I get down on the field.
Including Ethan Dawson.
To interview the coach.
Not sure if it's not far down, over and out.
I see what looks like a gate just down here to the right. I think that may be, no, right here. Right down lower. You see it? Sorry, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's sidewalk there and everything.
Yeah, that's a fat guy.
You won't even get your feet wet.
You were talking about strength and conditioning. You kept mentioning that earlier, and as I was carrying all this equipment up the stairs today, I realized that I have not been doing the strength and conditioning that I should have been.
Oh, and I very much mentioned it as something I used to know and have not met in a long time. Jones with the handoff. He'll come around the left side, find some running room. He'll get near the 30, inside the 30. Now we're back to a tug of war with Jones.
Okay, I'm going to slip away, see if I can catch the coach. If you see me down there talking to him, just toss it down to me, and hopefully we'll get the interview tonight.
You want to stay tuned for that, folks. Tigers have a 43-27 lead, 1:39 remaining in the game. Tigers on the ground, just trying to run the clock out. Jones makes his way to the 29-yard line. That game good for a Tiger. First down and 10. Getting signals from the sideline. Play clock coming down to 10 seconds. And the game clock has started. Berlowitz, he'll hand off. This time Horn, the ball carrier, inside trap. Horn makes his way maybe to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second down 10. Clock continues to run, approaching the 1 minute mark.
No gain on the play.
Again, stay with us.
Second down 10.
Coach Morgan interview coming up post-game. The play clock has started. We're down to 20 seconds, 53 seconds on the game clock. So the Tigers will snap this one at least one more time. Second down to 10. Tigers at the Perkins 29-yard line. And Berlowitz will put a knee on that one.
Berlowitz takes a knee.
And both teams will head now towards midfield and give each other a high five and a thank you for sportsmanship for their effort on the field tonight. Hey, the Perkins Demons didn't go quietly. Lots of things to learn on game field. The Tigers do come away with a victory, 43-27, starting this 22-23 football season, or the fall of 22 football season, with a 2-0 start. And heading into next week's homecoming game, hosting Berryhill. We'd like to remind you all to be a part of the game. If you can't be at the game, please join us live on the Hub Network, on Facebook or on YouTube. Coaches exchanging pleasantries at midfield, and James will make his way down to midfield. Again, we'll just quickly recap for you. The Tigers came out and scored and handled things very, very well in the first half. From an offensive standpoint, the defense gave up a little. They come out in the second half, and the defense was the go-to stop for the Tigers, as the offense could not get off high center a few times. Certainly 43 points is nothing to be ashamed of. The offense did their job tonight. Special teams gave up, I believe, one kickoff return, so a few things to correct there. You don't ever want to see your offense go stagnant. However, when they do, you want your defense to do their job, and they did. So with the Highway 33 rivalry with Perkins just down the road, part of our county, part of our community as well, we all see each other in passing and around all the time. So these players have put everything out there. Tigers come away victorious. Good crowd traveling from Cushing tonight will make their way back home. And we will get in with James here in just a moment. So stay with us. Live right here on the Hub Network.
All right, down here on the field with Coach Morgan. Coach Morgan, we did get the interview last week, but we're excited to get it with you this week. Man, what a tough game. What a way to battle it out. Second game of the season.
Yeah, first and foremost, take nothing away from Perkins. They're ranked highly in their class for a reason. They're a big physical football team. Did a lot of good things. Now, on the flip side of that, I think we did a lot of good. I sit here at the end of it and, tell them it was almost a down feeling after, but hey, we're 2-0. We win by 16 points. There's obviously a lot of things we got to clean up, penalties, being first and foremost. But again, proud. I know the way they're going to come to work every day, and we'll fix that stuff. But again, sitting here 2-0 against a good football team feels good.
So what do you do to make transition? I know you went at halftime and had to make some transitions, and a lot of these penalties is really difficult when you just have constant penalties like this to get him in momentum going. How do you change that and come to next week?
It's hard. It's hard, especially on the big ones that are 15. You know, a couple times we had 30-yard penalties that were double 15-yarders, and it's hard to overcome that. But, you know, our defense stepped up and got some turnovers and did some things at critical times. And our offense, when we had to move the ball and we had to get things done, they got it done. So, again, a lot of good to come out of it. At the end of a game like this, it's never as good as it seems, never as bad as it seems. And,
I think, we talked about it earlier in the broadcast that this adversity early on in the year is so good for a team, and it shows kind of the merit of what the mentality that Cushing has coming into this and going out of that with adversity, just striving the entire game.
Oh, yeah. And, again, a testament to Perkins and what they do. They play hard. We saw them on film. We knew they were going to play hard, and we had to come out with – it's good to be in some dogfight situations like this early on in the season because this team has goals, and we'll move on with them.
Looking forward to next week. Barry Hill come to town. What do you expect there?
More of the same. I know they're always going to be a tough physical football team. Haven't seen them on film yet, but we'll exchange it tonight and turn the page.
Coach Morgan, thanks for your time. Congratulations on a great win last week, too. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Back to you. Oh, great job.
Thank you very much.
Man.
So that'll wrap things up for us here in Perkins. Ladies and gentlemen, your Tigers again coming out 2-0 tonight, coming back home to Berry Hill next week. Make sure to join us right here on Hub and Network Live. Make sure to say thank you to our sponsors. If you're in their businesses or know any of them, tell them thank you. We'll see you next time. For our crew, Travis Peary, James Kaufeld, and all those involved, thank you and good night.